court and perform and just play as hard as you can. That's the mindset that I have, you know, whether it's coming off the bench or starting the game. And I think I've been doing a great job at it, you know. The main thing is to win the whole thing.
When I was playing, I was on the bench. I knew I wasn't even
the whole thing.
When I was playing, I was on the bench. I knew I wasn't even going to get in, so it was different. But I've heard guys that come off the bench tell me all the time they'll watch like through the first quarter or like who they're going to be guarding or the way the game is going. Do you kind of study that, or do you go into the game with some kind of, you know, mentality you're trying to do A or B, or do you go in and you're going to play the way you play all the time?
I would say on defense. On defense, I pay a lot more, you know, attention to details, you know, in terms of who I'm going to be guarding. Going to the game, I watch a lot of film, but on offense it's kind of different, you know, because the defense gives me different coverages, so you can't really, like, you know, prepare as much as you would like to. So just I guess while watching film and going to the game, knowing that, you know, these are the shots that I'm gonna get and just making them.
9-point lead, they get it in. J-Dub fires from 40, no good, and the Pacers hang on. They beat Oklahoma City 116-107 and have grabbed a 2-games-to-1 lead in the NBA Finals against the best team in the NBA all season long.
I know the real answer is a lot of things, but I mean, what specifically did the Pacers do better in Game 3 that allowed you guys to get that win?
Pacers basketball, playing Pacers basketball. I think that, you know, we started the game kind of rough, but then we took advantage of our depth. The amount of players that we have to have an impact in the game was very big.
Holiday leaps, got the offensive board. They got to foul him. He passes out with 2. They can't get to Brown. Throws it in the air, and it's over. The Celtics have finished the sweep. They rally again, and it's on to the NBA Finals. The Celtics will celebrate in Indianapolis with a comeback 105-102 win over Indiana.
You were injured last year. Your team made a deep run last year. We were with you guys through the New York series and the Boston series, but you didn't get a chance to play because of injuries. All you've heard about and playing in the playoffs, but now specifically, what's it been like playing in the NBA Finals? Is it all it's cracked up to be, or is it just another series for you?
I like to say live and hold the camera. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a dream. You know, it's a dream come true, but it can also be a nightmare. Not winning is the least fun part about it, but I'm trying to live in the moment, live in the present, go games by game, and that's my main focus.
McConnell drives out to Mather, and he buries a 3 from the right. 36-35, Ben Mathurin getting the Pacers within 1, and Oklahoma City calling for time.
Your three-point shooting, it's improved a lot. Is that still something you think can even get better? Is that an element to your game that you're continuing to work on, and maybe that is next level?
Sure. I work every day. You know, I'm in the gym every day, and I think the beauty of things with me is I don't get satisfied. You know, I like to be in the gym and be perfect every time I can, and I think that obviously my three-point shooting is something that I can still improve, and I'm looking forward to improve it.
Yeah, he was outstanding in Game 3, as was T.J. McConnell, only player with 10-plus points, 5-plus assists, and 5-plus steals off the bench in an NBA Finals game. Let's bring back Corey Alexander. And, Corey, I had to throw in your guy, T.J. McConnell. Pacers bench 49-18 edge in Game 3. We saw OKC's bench do it to them in Game 2. They returned the favor in Game 3. What's the mindset of reserves when on this huge stage?
Well, the mindset is simply to make sure that when you come into the game, you evaluate the position of where your team was before you came in. If your team is up 10, you want to make sure by the time you check out, you're up 11 or more. And on the other side, if you're down, you want to make sure that you cut into that lead. Want to have some type of impact that affects winning. And both T.J. McConnell, Bennedict Mathurin absolutely did that in Game 3. But it was Obi Toppin doing it in Game 1. So the Pacers have had a number of guys truly step up off the bench to help them win 2 games thus far.
Corey, hang tight. Thunder lost 7 straight NBA Finals games on the road, 3 of the last 4 on the road overall, but they're an NBA best 17-2 this season, following a loss, including 5-0 this postseason. Their coach, Mark Daigneault, with our PJ Colosimo and Mark Kestisher.
Coach, you've had a few pressure points so far in this postseason, down 2-1 to Denver, the Game 7 winner take against the Nuggets as well. Is that pressure any different in the middle of what is essentially the final series of the year?
At the end of the day, the playoffs take you to the limit. Every series takes you to the limit, especially the deeper you go. Every team that earns their way through the playoffs is here for a reason, and a really good team, and is going to test you and will test them. So we have to embrace that and not be inconvenienced by it. Indiana has earned 2 wins. We've only earned 1. But we've got a lot of series ahead of us and have a lot of opportunity ahead of us, and we got to keep that mindset as we move forward.
Turnovers were enormous for a team that has thrived on turnovers, and the turnover differential all year really caused you problems, and there were so many live ball turnovers against you.
Yeah, we've only had 2 games in the playoffs where the opponent has had less turnovers than us, and it was Game 3 at Minnesota, which was a 40-point loss, and it was last night. And I think the turnovers tend to be an advantage for us, but I think when we have more than our opponent, it's a pretty good barometer that we're losing the physicality battle and like the pressure battle. I just thought their physicality, their force, and their pressure was better than ours.
The bench swings have been huge in the 3 games. It seems like it's been one of the maybe 2 or 3 deciding factors in the 3 games in the series.
Yeah, we played less depth than we normally do, and I thought that had something to do with it. Indiana's bench played really well. Obviously, Mathurin and McConnell, had great games, but we're going to need everybody, and we sometimes will extend minutes in individual games based on circumstances, but we don't exist there. We're going to need different guys to step up.
With all the things that we nitpick after a game and say, oh, well, this is why things happen, you were in really good shape going into the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter, now twice you've come up offensively with shortage when it really mattered.
One point with that is we got off to a really good start, and we did a lot of good things. In the fourth quarter, they were just better. We got to do a better job down the stretch. We got to do a better job defensively. That has been a strength of ours. We usually have found ways to slam the door on games when we have advantages. So it's important for us not to overreact to that, because it is a small, sample. But at the same time, you got to give them credit. They've gone and gotten 2 games in the fourth now that we've had leads in, and we've got to do a better job.
The one and only time there's only 1 day off between games. Any advantage, disadvantage considering circumstance and opponent?
I mean, it's the same disadvantage or advantage for both teams. We're at no disadvantage relative to Indiana. We both have the same amount of rest. The ball's going to go up at the same time for both teams, so we'll be ready to play.
Yeah, let's get one final thought from Corey Alexander and focus on Daigneault's team. Corey, OKC 5-0 following a loss this postseason, winning by nearly 20 points a game, 3-0 in Game 4s. They won Game 4 in Minnesota, outscoring the Wolves. They won Game 4 in Denver, holding the Nuggets to 87 points. What's the recipe for a win tonight for OKC?
The recipe is the reserves, and we've talked about it. Mark Daigneault said he's going to play more of his bench throughout this game.
At the end of the day, once we cross those lines, the 48 minutes still the same, still competitive, still the same sport that we know and love. So as far as that goes, it's pretty much the same. We do a really good job of staying in the present.
You managed to do something that's one of the hardest things to do in basketball last game, in Game 3, which is come in, short minutes, and be efficient and effective, a pair of threes. How did you prepare yourself for that situation, maybe in the same way that you do every single night that you're coming onto the floor?
Yeah, the same way as every other night, every other game.
I give them credit. I thought they played really well. They played with great energy. They were physical. They pressured. They sustained it for much of the 48. I thought we did some good things. I mean, we got off to a really good start, and then got off to a really good start in the third. We really controlled the first and third quarters, and had a really hard time in the second and the fourth. So we'll watch it. You know, it wasn't all bad, but we definitely have to play, our style and impose our will for more of the 48 minutes if we want to come on the road and get a win. I mean, we'll watch it. Every possession is different. There's definitely possessions where I thought they were the aggressor, and we weren't, in the ball enough. And there were some possessions that were really good. I thought specifically to start the third quarter, our pressure and physicality was right where it needed to be. So we had a lot of good stretches of the game, but they had more good stretches than we did, and outplayed us over the course of 48 minutes. And obviously we need to play better if we want to give ourselves a better chance in game 4. Yeah, I mean, they really outplayed us in the fourth. Give them credit. I thought we were in really good shape coming out of the third quarter. We had a 5-point lead, and kind of weathered the storm of the second quarter. That was a rough quarter, and we were only down whatever we were at halftime, 4 or 6, and we got control of the game coming out of the third. And then in the fourth quarter, I just thought they really outplayed us on both ends. I thought they were in character in terms of their physicality, their pressure on defense, and then they were in character in terms of their pace on offense, and they just stacked way more, quality possessions in the fourth quarter than we did. I didn't think they really changed their schemes very much. I just thought they were sharper, like I said, with the physicality and the pressure. And their physicality was stronger than our force in a lot of those possessions. Not all of them. Obviously we had really good stretches of the game, but not enough good stretches of the game to stack up to a win on the road.
The head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder is Mark Daignault, and if you weren't with us at the top of our pregame show, going with a lineup change or a reversion, to put it more accurately, they are going back to the starting 5 they played nearly the entire season and playoffs with, which is a larger grouping with Isaiah Hartenstein in the middle. They had gone with a smaller grouping of players in the first 3 games of the series. Benedict Mathurin exploded for a Pacers franchise record-tying 27 points off the bench on Wednesday night. We'll hear from Mathurin when we return on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing, because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Discover a career with upward mobility. Lift Academy provides an accelerated path to a rewarding career in commercial aviation. Through the Republic Airways Career Pathway Program, you'll have a defined pathway to Republic Airways. Learn firsthand from experienced instructors. Have state-of-the-art training technology at your fingertips, and earn your commercial pilot certificate in as little as 18 months. Visit flywithlift.com today. Lift Academy. Get up here.
It all starts now. Day 1 of my dream job. So ready to get to work.
Retiring early was a dream of mine, and now my planning's paid off.
Since she was born, I've dreamt of walking her down the aisle.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all
available in app only.
Inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight, Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The Pacers lead the series 2-1. I'm Pat Boylan. TJ McConnell, with an energetic crowd behind him, describes the lift he feels the team got from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse faithful on Wednesday.
Playing in front of these fans, it gives us energy, and we're going to need it next game.
You guys held them to under 20 points fourth quarter. Take me through the defensive effort to close this one out.
Yeah, it's just playing the whole possession. We thought in game 2 we didn't really do that. It was a concerted effort to get that cleaned up, and there's still stuff we need to get cleaned up, but it's effort that needed to step up.
94 days. It's been 94 days since this team lost back-to-back games. Over 3 months. Why have you been so resilient?
I mean, I think you said it. It's just a resilient group. And you got to credit the coaching staff. You know, they get stuff cleaned up after a win, and we bounce back, and we're going to have to, you know, be happy about this one, but move on and get ready for the next game.
Final thought here. Along those lines, you guys stole game 1 and you saw the effort from Oklahoma City in game 2. You know what you're going to see in game 4. What's it going to take to meet that energy level and overcome it?
Yeah, we've got to match the energy. We know we're going to get their best punch, but we need this crowd to be just as good as they were tonight.
That's TJ McConnell. Benedict Mathurin explains how the bench was so impactful on Wednesday.
I think, you know, having guys like TJ and Obi gets in the game and Shep, you know, just playing hard. It's a group of guys who play extremely hard, and I think that's exactly what we needed, you know, just to get the fans back on their feet, and everybody was cheering. So I told the guys yesterday that we don't have as many chances of, you know, the one who start the game. Obviously, we have less minutes, but I think you just have to get in the game with the right mindset, and, you know, you just got to give it all you got. I think as much as I was out last year not being able to play, I learned a lot. Just being on the bench, being next, you know, the coaches who were able to run me through the game and stuff like that. So, you know, I was able to. It was an unfortunate situation, but I was, you know, fortunate enough to learn a lot and be ready for this year. I think our aggressiveness. I think, you know, the way we started the game, you know, wasn't the best, but we were able to, you know, call a timeout and pretty much execute what we usually do. And I think when we play Pacers basketball, that's the best thing that, you know, we're gonna get, and the fans are gonna get. They were very, very important. You know, I think that you know, the state of Indiana is about basketball. You know, and that's the first time that I really felt it. And as much as this is a dream right now, I'm not trying to live in my dream. I'm trying to, like, live in the present and make sure the dream ends well, which means winning next game and winning a championship. So if the fans can help me, that's the best I can get.
That's Benedict Mathurin. Rick Carlisle compliments Tyrese Halliburton's approach in an ever-changing series.
Every game you're going to have to make adjustments against this defense. I mean, there's just going to be different looks. You're going to have different high-level defenders on you. You're going to see some different coverage stuff. It's going to be constantly changing. And so I thought his approach tonight was exactly what it needed to be. You know, a combination of spatial awareness and aggression, and, you know, a real good feel for aggression to score, along with getting his teammates involved at the right times. And so, you know, he was terrific. Pascal was terrific. Pascal, you know, scored the first 6 points of the game when points were hard to come by, and he did it on 3 difficult shots, one-on-one, you know, fadeaways. You know, those are tough shots. And so, I was proud of the way we bounced back from a rough ending to the third quarter. You know, that was something that could have shaken us up a lot. But the guys that went back in there to start the fourth they kept their head down and kept competing. This was a great win. We got to turn the page quickly. I mean, there's another game in 36 hours.
That's the head coach of the Indiana Pacers, Rick Carlisle. The Pacers lead the series 2-1. This is game number 4. The series shifts back to Oklahoma City on Monday. That is a guaranteed game that'll be played regardless of result here tonight. 8:30 is the tip. 8 o'clock is the Kroger pregame show. Should a game 6 be necessary, it's back here in Indianapolis. The Pacers will be guaranteed of playing that home game 6 unless they're able to take the next 2 and win the championship. Before that, game 6 is Thursday, June 19th, 8:30 tip, 8 o'clock Kroger pregame show. You can join us by visiting Pacers.com/tickets. That'll wrap up the Kroger pregame show. Mark Boyle, Eddie Gill, game 4 coming up next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Driving to his right, sends it into the lane. Turner, right-hand cut, right-hand slam.
This is Indiana Pacers basketball. Now, here's the voice of the Pacers, Mark Boyle.
Good evening and welcome to a night of playoff basketball with the Indiana Pacers. Tonight, Game 4 in a best-of-7 NBA championship series as the Pacers take on the Oklahoma City Thunder at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. The Pacers moved in front 2-1 in this series on Wednesday night, defeating the Thunder 116-107. The fourth quarter decisive. Indiana outscored Oklahoma City in that quarter 32-18, and now in the postseason. In addition to leading this series 2-1, the Pacers have gone 14-5, 7-2 on the home floor. Jalen Williams was strong for Oklahoma City in Game 3. He had 26 points, but the Thunder, normally very careful with the ball. They were the least turnover-prone team in the NBA during the regular season. They gave it up 19 times in that Game 3 loss. Turnovers have been a big story in this playoff. In addition to turning the ball over less frequently than any team, Oklahoma City also forces more than any team, and they have coaxed the Pacers into an average of 18 turnovers per game through the first 3 games. Following tonight's game, the scene shifts back to Oklahoma City. That'll be Game 5 on Monday. If a 6th game is necessary, it would be on this floor next Thursday. A 7th and deciding game in this NBA championship series would take place in Oklahoma City 1 week from this Monday. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Our on-site engineer, Scott Fenstermaker, our studio producer, Eddie Garrison. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Stay with us. We'll get to the starting lineups when we come back. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals head-to-head for the NBA Championship on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePierac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Hey Pacers fans, while we cheer on our team tonight, let's take a moment to remember an important cause. The Indiana Pacers proudly support organ donation. Signing up to be an organ donor is an incredible and easy way to make a difference. Organ donation saves lives, and when you say yes, you are creating hope for the more than 1,000 Hoosiers waiting on life-saving organ transplants. Say yes to organ donation next time you visit the BMV or learn more at donatelifeindiana.org. Now back to the action, and go Pacers!
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tonight it's the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's Game 4 in a best-of-7 NBA championship series with the Pacers in front 2-1. Time to take a look at our Ascension St. Vincent starting lineups. No surprise for the Pacers, the same lineup that they've used in every single playoff game. Tyrese Halliburton, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double in Game 3, and Andrew Nembhard in the back. Miles Turner with an outstanding effort defensively, 5 blocked shots in Game 3. Aaron Nesmith and Pascal Siakam, the other starters. Oklahoma City went to a different starting lineup in the NBA Finals. They've decided to go back to the lineup that they had used in every playoff game before the Finals, and that means that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who failed to score 30 for the first time in this series 2 nights ago, finishing with 24, is in the back with Luguentz Dort. Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, and Isaiah Hartenstein are up front. Hartenstein had been playing off of the bench Case and Wallace had been starting. Wallace will play, but he'll come off the bench. Hartenstein started 53 of his 57 appearances this season and all of their playoff games until the NBA Finals, so they're going back to a more familiar starting lineup. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. With Pat and Eddie, I'm Mark. Stay with us. First quarter play-by-play next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In downtown Indianapolis, Game 4 of the NBA Finals about to begin. The Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We welcome those of you that have joined us from around Indiana via the Elevance Health Radio Network, our affiliates in Fort Wayne, our WKJG AM 1380 and WKJG 100.9. And our game night special tonight features the Pacers short sleeve NBA Finals team shirt. It comes in both adult and youth sizes. It's regularly $40 per item. Tonight, though, just $25. You can look for this and all other Pacers merchandise online at PacersTeamStore.com while supplies last. Starting lineups are as we thought they would be. Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith will go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, against Dort, Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Devon Williams. That's the Santa Clara Jalen Williams, who hit the Pacers for 26 points in Game 3. Tonight's officials, as assigned by the association, the crew chief is in his 31st season. His name is Scott Foster. Josh Tiven is in his 15th. And Sean Wright, the third official, is in his 20th season as an NBA official. The Pacers play in yellow tonight with blue and white. Numerals, letters, and trim. Oklahoma City is in the blue. White numerals, white letters, with red, yellow, and white trim. Pacers can take command in this series with the win tonight. If not, it in essence becomes a best of three, winner take all, with Oklahoma City holding the home court for Game 5, and should it be necessary, Game 7. Now, as we get set to start tonight's game, Eddie, let's discuss. What do you think went into Mark Daigneault's decision to go back to the starting lineup that he'd been using in every playoff game before this NBA Finals?
Yeah, I find it a very interesting one. Thought it was interesting that he went to that before the series even started. You don't necessarily see coaches or teams make quote-unquote adjustments before the series, especially if they've done something that's enabled them to win 68 games. And then now going back to this, I think it's a a physicality thing. I think it's being able to get Hartenstein in the lineup, seeing if they can have an advantage on the glass. But I see this as an opportunity for the Pacers to use it to their advantage with the speed and pace in which they play with. And oftentimes, again, although Turner has struggled to some degree being able to shoot the basketball from the perimeter, he's had a great season overall, and he's really exploited bigs who do not want to come out of the paint. So if indeed that's the matchup, there may be an opportunity for Turner to get back on track from the perimeter.
One other thing comes to mind, and probably too small a sample size to draw any definitive conclusion, but this was a terrific road team during the season, 32-8. They're only 4-4 in the playoffs. Do you read anything into that?
Not so much. The sense of urgency is heightened for each and every team, and obviously there's better teams in the playoffs. They played some good teams up to this point. So once again, from a Thunder perspective, they have their hands full right now. This may be the biggest game to date in the Pacers franchise history.
Opening tip, as has been the case throughout the series, controlled by Oklahoma City, and they'll bring it left to right. Luguentz Dort has it. He'll be played by Tyrese Halliburton. Left edge of the arc and now to the right side. Strong drive to the hoop and an easy layup to start the game from Dort. Oklahoma City with the jump. Pacers come back. Their first possession, right to left. Halliburton almost had the ball taken away by Dort. Now he's trapped against the timeline. He got it to Turner. They pitch it back to the perimeter. Nembhard drives, shovels down low. Right baseline Turner. His shot rattles around, falls off. And Holmgren claims the night's first rebound. 2-0 Oklahoma City. We're in the first minute of the first quarter, and it's now 4-0 as Holmgren hits from the edge of the arc right on top. They've had it twice, and they've scored twice. Here comes Indiana with Halliburton, spinning away from Hartenstein. Winds up near corner. Siakam is all alone, and he hits the three ball.
Great job. They're going to get that much attention on Halliburton at the half court. There's going to be open jump shots to be had.
He is shooting it outstandingly well from three-point range in these playoffs. 44%. 4-3 Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander couldn't handle a bounce pass in the lane. Stolen by Nembhard. Here comes Siakam. Hard drive, spins to the dotted half. Feeds the corner. Turner to Halliburton. Drive and kick. Wide open far side, and that's Neesmith for three.
Beautiful ball movement. Live ball turnover. Open three ball on the other end.
90 seconds gone. Indiana 6, Oklahoma City 4. Gilgeous-Alexander has it. He's on the arc, left side. Off the Hartenstein screen to the top of the circle. Working against Nembhard. Retreats, now moves forward. And from just outside the foul line, shot it long. Offensive rebound, Hartenstein. He gives it back to Gilgeous-Alexander, and he takes it into the lane, tying the game at 6.
So there's the impact of Hartenstein in the lineup. He gets his first offensive rebound less than 2 minutes into the game.
2 minutes gone, 6 aside. Nembhard brings it for Indiana. Now Turner into the lane. Nice execution. A beautiful pass. The open man, Siakam, finishes the play. 8-6. Pacers have scored on each of their last 3 possessions. A pair of threes, and now Turner's two-point shot. Indiana leading by 2. Gilgeous-Alexander slightly left of center. Perimeter right to Williams. One bounce and a 3-ball short. Rebound deflected by Turner and grabbed by Siakam. 2.5 minutes gone. The Pacers in front early, 8-6. Nembhard, center of the floor, Halliburton. This one from way up top, and he makes the three to make it 11-6. His heels were almost up against that logo at center court. Williams with a good strong drive at the other end. He laid it up too hard, but Holmgren is there to finish. How about that Halliburton three? A foul called on that play, by the way, and a three-point look coming for the Thunder. Nembhard on the foul. He was almost at the logo.
Listen, Lou Dort is standing 2 steps past the three-point line himself. He doesn't think that Halliburton's going to even attempt that shot, and he's able to lace it and drop it for 3.
So Williams is on the line, and he nails the foul shot. He got to the line not quite as frequently as Gilgeous-Alexander during the regular season, but he'll get there and he'll connect. And beyond that, they're a great foul shooting team, best in the league over the course of the regular season. He makes both of these. And it's 11-8, Indiana leading by 3. And come the Pacers, nearly turning it over. Turner has it, sends it left edge. Now it's Halliburton. Off the Siakam screen. Got it to Turner. Bluffs the three, drives it with the left hand, pulls up on the foul line, and he'll go to the line twice.
It's a good decision there. Shot fake, gets by. He's able to get by the big there, and then Hartenstein is trying to help. He's there too late and commits the foul.
That's their first team foul. And Turner, who didn't shoot it well in game 3, just 3 of 11 from the floor, but he had a major impact with 5 blocked shots, including 2 against Holmgren on a single possession late in the game.
Yeah, he had a major impact on that fourth quarter when the Pacers were able to exert their dominance on the game. And you mentioned the 3 makes. 2 of those also came in the fourth quarter where he was able to get a free throw line jumper and strong play to the basket over Holmgren.
8:57 to go in the quarter. Turner buries a pair of foul shots. The Pacers by 5 early. Just over 3 minutes gone first quarter. Holmgren marches in right side and trying to cut him off at the rim. Siakam tripped him, and he is down in some pain in the lane. He missed over 50 games with injury this season.
Ooh, I just saw a replay. He rolled that left ankle pretty good. And he had a sizable advantage going to the basket before Siakam commits the foul there, but looks like he's going to try to walk this one off.
Well, the rule here is very clear. It's not a flagrant foul, so if he were unable to shoot these, he would not be able to play for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
so at minimum, they're going to let him shoot the foul shots and then get him out.
Listen, rolled ankle, there's not going to be a guy out here to check himself out of the game in these NBA Finals.
Holmgren nails the first. He had a double-double in game 3. It was his 7th of the playoffs, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Had trouble shooting the 3 in this series, just 1 of 10. He was solid during the regular season, 38%, and he bags both of the foul shots. He had a big first quarter in game 3, and he's got 4 here in the first quarter in game 4. Pacers lead by 3. 8:44 to go in the quarter. Pick and roll. Turner takes the pass, feeds the far corner, and Siakam's shot spins off the rim. Holmgren rebounds. He'll bring it up the left sideline. Appears to be moving very nimbly as he works the dribble out at the left edge. Now spins to the right hand and shovels the ball to Williams. Williams on the move, gets to the foul line. Now the step back 2-point shot falls off the rim. Nesmith grabs the rebound. Pacers take a 3-point lead to the forecourt. Almost 4 minutes gone first quarter. Nembhard off a Turner screen. Thought about launching a 3 and then sent it center of the floor to Halliburton. Turner screens for Halliburton. Halliburton to Turner. Good, clean look from the foul line, and he got the bounce off the front of the rim.
Turner is doing a great job in these ball screen situations, knowing where to roll the soft spot in the defense here.
Pacers have hit 5 of their 7 shots against the league's best defensive team. And it's 15-10. Now a strong drive, Williams. He laid it up too hard, but he was fouled by Nesmith. He came in from the left side, and as he came across the lane, left to right, tried to flip it off the glass. Nesmith made the contact.
Yeah, just it's one of those plays, again, upright, out of position, and the body contact is there. But you mentioned it. Jalen Williams is another guy who has great ability to get to the line. Oftentimes it's in transition. That time there in the half-court set.
Oklahoma City will make the game's first substitution as Williams knocks down the foul shot, and now the Pacers will counter. Alex Caruso is in for Chet Holmgren. That bears keeping an eye on as Holmgren just rolled an ankle. But Eddie, it looked like he was moving pretty well.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to bounce back. And as I see him on the bench here, he's not getting any medical attention there from the training staff. Looks like he's going to be all right.
Foul shot's good. All 4 of Williams' points coming from the line. They're 6 of 6. But they trail by 3. Ben Shepherd is in for the Pacers, relieving Aaron Nesmith. Halliburton down the right side, launches one, misses it. Rebound laid in by Miles Turner.
It's a nice rebound there by Turner. Big time finish.
Indiana 17, Oklahoma City 12. Thunder and blue, left to right, Gilgeous-Alexander. Working the dribble, backing in, right side, fakes, tries to go through defenders, misses the bank shot, and the rebound is corralled by Siakam. Pacers by 5 with the ball, 7:20 left in the first quarter of game 4. Nembhard right of the lane, step back, can't clear the shot against Dort. They work it outside to Halliburton. He moves the left hand to the left edge. The shot clock at 8. Siakam attacking Hartenstein. Drives in, right side to the corner. Nembhard is there, and he hit a 3.
That's a big-time driving kick by Siakam. No way can Hartenstein stay in front of him. The Thunder need to talk about it.
Pacers with a strong start. They've made 7 of their first 10 shots. They lead by 8. Tickets for the Indiana Fever are on sale now. The Fever opened the season last month, and additional tickets have been released. Visit feverbasketball.com to get your seats today. Game 4 is 5 minutes old. Indiana leads 20-12. You're listening to the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
7:01 left first quarter. The Pacers off to a strong start. They are in front 20-12. They've hit 7 of their first 10 shots. The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. And when it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same thing, putting you in control of your own financial future, that is. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. 7:01 left in the quarter with Eddie Gill. I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside here at the world's greatest basketball arena, Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's go courtside. Pat Boylan is there. Good day, sir.
Mark, Eddie, hello. Just like the Pacers, the Thunder have gotten to this stage by displaying remarkable resiliency. Neither have lost back-to-back games in the playoffs. The Thunder have lost 2 in a row, one time since November 19th. Jalen Williams showed confidence post-game, saying, quote, "We've been here before. This Game 3 wasn't as bad as some of the other Game 3s. We just have to learn from it," end quote. Now, he's referencing that Denver series specifically, where just like Indiana, Denver took Games 1 and 3. The Thunder in that series won Game 4 and the series in 7. The Pacers are trying to force a different outcome here tonight and off to a good start.
Out of the timeout, Obadiah Toppin Jr. has checked in. Obi will replace Pascal Siakam. Toppin and Shepard, Halliburton, Nembhard, and Turner against Caruso, Gilgeous-Alexander, Dort, Hartenstein, and Jalen Devon Williams. They've got it left to right. They're in blue. Pacers play in yellow. Gilgeous-Alexander left of the lane, can't get the shot away. Out to Dort, who hands it up on top. Caruso drives it. He's in the lane. He's at the rim, and he put it up and in as he was fouled.
Yeah, that's not a great foul there. You know how I feel about and one opportunities. Just got to take a harder one there if you're Halliburton.
That's Halliburton's first. Caruso had 8 points and 5 rebounds off the bench in Game 3. He's been to the line 11 times in these finals and has made 10 of them. He gets 2 looks at it here. I checked that 1 look. He's trying to complete a 3-point play, and he does that. They're off to a great start at the line. They are 7 of 7. They've outscored the Pacers by 5 from the line, but they trail by 5 as Nembhard gives to Toppin. Now Nembhard, left hand off the Toppin screen, pick and roll in the lane, right hand toss from just inside the foul line, Obi Toppin.
Beautiful 2-man game between Toppin and Nembhard.
Now Caruso tried to throw a behind-the-back pass. It was deflected in traffic, and on the turnover, Toppin has it. Top of the circle, out to Halliburton. On the logo, moving to his right off the Toppin screen. He'll pitch to Toppin. He's wide open, and he scores from the foul line.
Clinic-like ball screen situations. Halliburton and Nembhard doing a great job of making plays.
The Pacers are eviscerating the NBA's best defensive team. They've hit 9 of their first 12 shots. Jalen Williams with a tough contested shot down the right side. That's his first field goal. 24-17. Nembhard with it. Turner screens. Nembhard picks up the bounce, and his pass skipped out of bounds near side. Halliburton couldn't handle it. Turnovers now. The Pacers have given the ball away once, and the Thunder have turned it over twice.
Yeah, right out of there, just poor execution there between Nembhard and Halliburton.
Lineup changes. Holmgren is back in. Hartenstein is out. So they've got 4 of the 5 starters in. Hartenstein the exception. Caruso is in his spot. The Pacers continue to play with the same 5. 24-17, Pacers by 7. 5:41 left in the first quarter. Williams strong left hand down the left side, and he scores again. He has scored 8 in the first quarter. They trail 24-19. Halliburton in backcourt, crosses right of the logo, gives it to Turner. And now Turner out near that logo. Holmgren harassing him. Turner shovels the ball to Nembhard, the shot clock at 9. Nembhard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the Turner screen. Center of the floor, picks up the dribble, left edge, and he threw it away. Holmgren has it. Holmgren into the forecourt, Holmgren in the lane, and Holmgren had the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. The Pacers were getting great looks. The last 2 possessions, though, Oklahoma City has become much more aggressive defensively.
Well, yeah, they started to tighten the screws there. And in that last possession in particular, the Pacers couldn't get the ball past the top of the key, spending most of their time around the half-court line.
Timothy John McConnell is in for the Pacers. TJ's first work. He was a major factor in Game 3. And now Shepard fouls Williams before the shot over on the right side of the floor. That is Ben Shepard's first. The team fouls, Indiana 4. Oklahoma City 1. They have been relying on Williams here in the first quarter.
I say what he's starting to have his way here the last couple possessions. He's able to get all the way to the rim for finishes. This time just a nice crafty move to draw the foul on the baseline against Shepard.
Correction on the team fouls. That's the 5th. So the Pacers are in the penalty. And Williams, who's already 4 of 4, will shoot 2, connecting on the first. Benedict Mathurin will relieve Ben Shepard. Mathurin was magnificent in Game 3 with 27 points in just 22-plus minutes. And he went 9 of 12 from the floor in that game. Pacers by 4. They've led by as many as 9. And they trailed briefly by as many as 4. Foul shot good. Williams remains perfect, as do the Thunder. He's 6 of 6. They're 9 of 9. They're back to within 3. McConnell, left hand to the foul line, out to Toppin, bluffs the 3, drives it on Holmgren, but his scoop off the right-hand glass falls off the rim, and Holmgren gives the ball on the outlet to Aaron Wiggins, who checked in during that last dead ball. Wiggins on the baseline, deals it back out to the perimeter, and Dort, who has had an excellent series shooting the 3, another moon scraper from the right side. He's got 5, and the game is tied at 24, and that will necessitate an Indiana timeout. Pacers led by as many as 9 points, but the Thunder have quickly erased that. They are on a 9-point run. The game tied at 24 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the quarter. C&J Water is the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com. 4:40 left in the quarter. Game tied at 24. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
What you wait for all week. The 3-pointers, the rebounds, the thrill of every shot. Win or lose, it's the hope that keeps you coming back. The dream that this time, it might be your year. And so you represent with anticipation, and with pride. Because when the pressure's on, your support is everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Today we have two very special guests on our program. Introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip? Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Breaking news coming in. Area Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
You can make dining at Harry and Izzy's downtown a pregame tradition. Enjoy the world-famous St. Elmo shrimp cocktail and the award-winning filet sliders. Harry and Izzy's proudly supports Indy basketball. You can make your reservation today by visiting harryandizzy's.com. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. The Thunder on a 9-point run have tied the game at 24 as we check in with Pat Boylan.
Well, a big reason for Oklahoma City's resiliency is the resiliency of their MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's not often he has an off game, but for him, 24 points in Game 3 probably qualifies as one. In these playoffs, though, after their losses, Gilgeous-Alexander is averaging 34 points on 54% shooting. The Thunder are 5-0 in terms of guarding him. Andrew Nembhard has said that while they're two different styles of players, that learning from a 6-game series from Jalen Brunson is certainly helpful. Those are the two players that are the most adept at getting to the foul line. Now, Oklahoma City has come back and erased an early 9-point deficit, but they've mostly done it without the MVP. Gilgeous-Alexander has 2. Jalen Williams, their second leading scorer, however, has 10.
They are 9 of 9 from the line, and that's been a part of their success here in the first quarter. Game tied. Inside of 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. McConnell will bring it up, and he'll deliver it to Siakam. Now back to McConnell, driving to the right wing against Wiggins. Spins into the lane. A difficult shot that wouldn't drop. Wiggins played him well. Back comes Dort for Oklahoma City. But he lost the ball. It's stolen by Siakam. Siakam gives it to Mathurin, who tries to drive it right to the front of the rim. And he's fouled by Jalen Williams.
Yeah, Siakam was almost in a bad way. He was able to find Mathurin there, and he's attacked, and they award him with the shot attempt here. He'll get 2 free throws.
Excellent foul shooter, 83% during the regular season. And he'll give the Pacers the lead if he hits either of these. He does hit the first. That ends the 9-point Oklahoma City run and reestablishes the Pacer lead. It's 25-24.
And along with many others, Mathurin arguably had the best game of his Pacers career just in terms of his control, efficiency.
And all that roar you hear is because out on top, as Mathurin hits the foul shot, Dort backed up, backed right into Halliburton and knocked him down. The officials judge that to be inconsequential. Mathurin's foul shots give the Pacers a 2-point lead. Center of the floor, Dort. Bouncing and penetrating. It's poked away and stolen. Siakam on the steal. Siakam to the goal in a crowd, and he'll earn a 2-shot trip to the line.
Outstanding hands here by Siakam on the dribble to poke that basketball away without fouling, and good ball control here. We get a little replay here of what happened in the previous free throw here.
That could have been a foul.
Or it could have been an Oscar.
Yes.
Whichever you prefer.
I personally like the no call there. But it could have been a foul.
Yeah.
This is very anti-Thunder. They don't turn the ball over. They're the least turnover-prone team in the league. Siakam missing the foul shot. But they gave it away 19 times in Game 3, and they've already turned it over 4 times with almost 4 minutes to go in the first quarter here in Game 4. Is that mostly their carelessness, or are the Pacers forcing much of this?
I always think it's somewhere in the middle in a lot of these cases. Although I think that the deflections and handworks have been terrific here by the Pacers. By my count, Siakam has 3 steals, or at least has initiated 3 turnovers with his hands.
He has been credited with 3 steals.
There you go.
1 of 2 for Siakam. The Pacers lead by 3. Wiggins has it way out on the left edge, driving, left side of the lane, cut off from the dotted half. The challenge shot falls off the front of the rim. Halliburton played it well, and he's got the ball for Indiana. Left sideline, Holmgren picks him up. This is a mismatch. Halliburton dancing. Halliburton steps back, and Halliburton missed a three. Rebounded by Oklahoma City. And the man who grabbed the rebound, Williams, attacks. Down the left side against Mathurin, leans to the glass. It will not drop. Offensive rebound in traffic, beautifully done. And an excellent finish by Williams, who's having a solid, to say the least. First quarter, he's got 12. Now Toppin back to the goal, left side, feeds it out to Mathurin. 27-26 Pacers. There's a turnover. Mathurin's pass in the lane is stolen by Holmgren. Up the floor comes Williams. And Siakam with his fourth steal of the first quarter. All the way to the goal. And that is going to be a blocking foul. He's on the line shooting too. That is a very impressive number. We've talked about steals being perhaps the most misleading statistic of all. But in this case, 4 very impressive displays on separate possessions leading to those 4 steals.
There's no question about it, and a couple of these are where the Pacers are in a rough spot. It looks like they may give up points if he doesn't come up with these steals. At this point, he may as well put a mask on the way he's taking it away from the Thunder.
Pacers by 1. Pacers by 2. Siakam hits the first. And to put this 4 steals into perspective, his career high in a game is 5. He's got 4 in the first quarter.
No, man, he's definitely getting it done. And I'm just so impressed with the timing of his hands when he's able to poke the ball away.
That was also Oklahoma City's 5th first quarter turnover. Siakam nailed the first, buries the second. He has 8 first quarter points. Indiana 29, Oklahoma City 26. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wiggins brings it up for Oklahoma City, right of the arc. McConnell's on top of him. Holmgren out to help. Holmgren driving on Toppin, down the left side of the lane. Toppin sticks with him, forces a difficult shot, and the rebound is slapped out of bounds by Oklahoma City's Cason Wallace. Wallace started the first 3 games in this series off the bench in this game and just now checked in. Pacers by 3. Halliburton has it, driving, picks up the bounce, sends it down low. McConnell outside, Toppin launching and missing a 3. Holmgren there to clean up for Oklahoma City. 2:24 left in the quarter. It's a 3-point Pacer lead. Across the timeline, Williams zips it near corner. Caruso bluffs the 3, drives it across the lane right to left. Back up top to Williams, hard drive down the left side. Toppin challenges him. He got rid of it, gave it to Wallace, and that shot falls off the front of the rim. The Pacers head for the other end. They lead by 3 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter of Game 4. Toppin left edge, bouncing to Siakam. 1 dribble. That got him to the rim, and he dunked it with 2 hands.
Just punishes Wiggins. Too small.
Pacers shooting 59%. They lead by 5. Now Wallace got a half step on McConnell. Ends up sending it to the top where Caruso drives right into the lane and switches nicely to the left hand, finishing down low.
Yeah, very good move there. He's able to get Toppin out of the way and switches to the left.
31-28, Pacers by 3, 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Siakam has the ball, driving to his right, spinning to his left. He's at the dotted half. He'll get the shot off from there, and it clanks off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Jalen Williams of Oklahoma City. 75 seconds left in the quarter. Catch and shoot 3 from the far sideline. Wiggins missed it. Pacers by 3. Here's Halliburton. Poked away by Caruso. Picked up and sent to the other end where Caruso lays it in.
Caruso is very good with his hands as well. Pacers asking for a foul. All they're going to get right now is their timeout that they called.
Rick Carlisle is irate and he confronts one of the 3 officials, Sean Wright, as he takes the timeout with 1:02 to go in the quarter. 31-30. Indiana leading by 1. That reaction you hear is to the replay on the big board of the Caruso steal. Fans wanted a foul. Officials did not see it that way. And the turnovers now read Oklahoma City 5, Indiana 4. The Pacers are up 1 as we go to Pat.
Pascal Siakam with the 4 steals. You mentioned his career high being 5. His playoff career high is 4. So he's matched his playoff career high mark here in the first quarter.
And those 4 steals, part of Oklahoma City's 5 first quarter turnovers. Both teams are shooting well. Pacers 56%, Thunder 53%. They are +2 on the glass. This has been a really competitive, energetic, interesting series, and this first quarter is just the latest chapter. Up and down the floor, both teams playing at a brisk pace. They both like to play at a brisk pace, and this is more or less what we've expected and seen, Eddie, throughout the whole series.
Listen, from a pure basketball standpoint, you can't ask for more from a fan perspective in terms of competitiveness, tough defense, and both teams very capable offensively of putting big numbers on the board. As you saw the Pacers got off to a really hot start. Thunder squeezed them a little bit and slow that offense down, and Pacers able to come back and go on a run of their own. So clearly understand the impact and importance of this game from both teams.
In game 3, neither team led by more than 9 points, so it was close throughout. The Pacers did lead by 9 early, but they're up by 1 with under a minute to go out of the timeout. They bring it right to left in yellow. Oklahoma City defends in blue. McConnell drives right side of the lane, now down to the right baseline, and he'll launch it home.
Very difficult shot there. He was in a bad way, trying to carve out space in the lane.
He is shooting 54% from the floor in these playoffs, and that field goal increases the Pacer advantage to 3. 36 seconds left in the quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander drives to the foul line, and from there delivers his second field goal, 33-32. Pacers back the other way with McConnell playing with Turner, Siakam, Mathurin, and Nembhard. On the logo at center court. McConnell bouncing, right hand, now moving to his right against Isaiah Joe, who just checked in. He got to the rim, and he's fouled by Joe.
That's a bad foul by Joe. He's in great position to just challenge McConnell without fouling, but give McConnell credit for drawing the foul and earning a trip to the line here.
This is a shooting foul anyway, but it does put Oklahoma in the penalty for the final 14 and 2/10 seconds. McConnell in that game 3, 10 points, 5 assists, and 5 steals off of the bench. It went, though, beyond the numbers. His energy is contagious.
Yeah, he was so good coming off the bench there. Able to really turn it around for the Pacers. Prior to his entry in the game, the Thunder were having their way, and he completely flipped it. 2 backcourt steals, and the Pacers were able to gain the momentum of that game.
From the line, he delivers the first and rolls in the second. Shot clock is dark. They've got 14 and 2/10 to go the length of the floor. And Joe's pass is tapped out of bounds. McConnell on that baseline. Turner was in the vicinity. And they'll try it again.
The last time you saw 5 men all the way up getting a deflection. Great job by Turner.
Ball comes in. Gilgeous-Alexander will bring it up. He'll cross the timeline with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. His team trailing by 3. He'll rise up and launch a 3 from the left edge. Rebound tapped up and in down low by Kenrich Williams, who had just checked in. And that's how the first quarter ends with the score. The Indiana Pacers 35. The Oklahoma City Thunder 34. You're listening to the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and mills, our speakeasy bar. Make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining health insurance.
Just like the Indiana Pacers, U.S. Foods stands for quality, value, and commitment to their customers. From their state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, U.S. Foods is committed to meeting their customers' needs by providing quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and northern Kentucky. At U.S. Foods, it's what they do to bring guests into your business every day that truly makes the difference. Enjoy the game.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox Party Punch is a fan favorite for the Indiana Pacers. Packing an ABV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is low sugar and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. And there ain't no party like a Beatbox party.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Hey, this is Pascal Siakam, and you're listening to Pacer Basketball on Elevance Health Radio Network.
And Pascal Siakam was terrific in the first quarter. 10 points, 4 steals, matching his playoff career high. He did that on 3 of 5 shooting. He also took 4 free throws and hit 3 of them. The Pacers jumped out to an early 9-point lead. Oklahoma City recovered to tie the game. It's Indiana by 1 after 1, 35-34 of game number 4 of the NBA Finals. I'm Pat Boylan. Let's go back upstairs. Here are Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill with the seconds.
Jalen Williams was the central figure for Oklahoma City in that quarter with 12 points. They went 9 of 9 from the line, but they're down by 1, 35-34. Their biggest lead 4, the Pacers' biggest advantage 9. And we start the second quarter with Indiana in possession, moving it right to left. The Pacers come out with T.J. McConnell, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, Benedict Mathurin will be on the floor, and so will Andrew Nembhard. Isaiah Joe for Oklahoma City with Kenrich Williams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and Cason Wallace. Right to left come the Pacers. They're in the yellow tonight, blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. Oklahoma City is in the blue, white numerals, white letters, red, yellow, and white trim. Ball comes in. Second quarter is underway. McConnell will bring it up. He's over there near the right sideline, crossing against Joe. First possession, second quarter. Catch and shoot, far corner, and Mathurin in front of his own bench from McConnell knocks down a 3.
We're going to set for Mathurin to get a shot right out of that timeout. Knocks down the corner 3 ball.
He has hit 4 of his 6 three-point attempts in these finals. At the other end, Gilgeous-Alexander got to the foul line and knocked down a jump shot. He has 6. They're within 2. Siakam backcourt to Mathurin, and now McConnell will bring it across the timeline. Off the Turner screen, that got him into the lane. Near corner, nobody on Nembhard. This one, though, rattles off, and Holmgren takes down the rebound. Up the floor, Joe for Oklahoma City. They're down 2. Joe has it, left side hash mark. Right-hand dribble, turns the corner, gets into the lane, and then feeds it back outside. Gilgeous-Alexander contested aggressively by Nembhard. Still, he got into the lane, into the rim where he laid it in.
Nembhard tried to pull the chair there, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander able to remain balanced and finish the layup.
Game tied at 38, but not for long as McConnell sachets into the lane from the left edge of the arc and floats one home. He's got half a dozen. Pacers continue to shoot it well. They're at 57% from the floor. The Thunder even better at 58%, and now Wallace lays it up too hard. Coming in, left side, left hand. Turner cleans up. Indiana by 2. McConnell has it. Working to the left wing. Got to the foul line, and there's contact before he can get the shot away. He's fouled by Joe, who picks up his second.
It's a good attack there, and sometimes you just got to continue to battle through resistance. And Joe's able to try to cut him off, but he just continues to attack that hip, draw the contact, and put the onus on the official to blow the whistle.
Ball will come in, near side hash mark, forecourt, 17 to shoot. Early second. Pacers trying to go up 3-1, have a 2-point lead. Left sideline, McConnell, outside the arc, bouncing to the corner. From there, Siakam squares, missing the shot. It's rebounded by Gilgeous-Alexander. They're +4 on the glass, but they're trailing by 2. Gilgeous-Alexander accelerates to the left edge of the arc, takes the ball to the wing, feeds it up top. Kenrich Williams bounces once, launches long from just inside the arc. Got his own rebound, though, and feeds it out to Holmgren. Holmgren had it poked away, and it rolls out of bounds near side with 9 on the shot clock. The Pacers dominated on the glass in game 1, but since then they've had trouble.
Oh, that one there, Pascal Siakam tries to leak out, and it should be an easy defensive rebound. A good steal here by Nembhard.
And now Gilgeous-Alexander is fouled as he works his way down the left side of the lane. That is team foul number 1 against Indiana, and it's personal foul number 2 on Nembhard. Aaron Neesmith is going to check in for Indiana. 9:51 left in the quarter. Pacers by 2. Matherin will depart. They've got 14 seconds to get a shot. They trail by 2 early in the second quarter. Ball comes in, center jump circle. Gilgeous-Alexander driving, left hand. He's in the lane, and it's recycled by Siakam. He's got 4 steals and a block shot. At the other end, Nembhard has it, bouncing to the right sideline. Siakam gave it back to Nembhard. He battles Joe, and Joe poked the ball away. On the steal, Kenrich Williams. Back to Joe, catch and shoot, left side short. Rebound, Holmgren, and Holmgren is going to go to the line to shoot 2. They are really starting to hurt the Pacers on the offensive glass.
As I say, it's the offensive glass. Playing solid defense, you have got to manage to come up with a rebound after one shot. Against any team, they're going to start to have their way in terms of scoring it on second and third opportunities.
Holmgren 2 of 2 from the line. He's 14 of 15 from the line in the NBA Finals. Ben Shepherd and Obi Toppin will check in following the first Holmgren foul shot, which is good. They have not missed. They're 10 of 10 from the line.
And while they started with that two big lineup, after that first substitution, we haven't seen those two out on the floor together since. So going back to this four-guard alignment and one big on the floor for the Thunder.
Siakam and Nembhard leave to make room. And Holmgren buried them both. 11 of 11 from the line, Oklahoma City. The game tied again, this time at 40. 9:24 left in the second quarter. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. McConnell pulls up, jump shot short from the foul line. Rebound back tapped. It winds up with Shepherd, and he hit a 3 from up top.
Good time rebound there. The back tap, that's the second or third maybe bit of zone defense we've seen from the Thunder.
43-40, left wing jump shot off the dribble. Alexander, who wasn't much of a factor early, is starting to heat up here in the second quarter, and he's got 10. It's 43-42. Pacers by 1. Shepherd goes right sideline to Neesmith. Turner had great position down on that right block, and Wallace wrapped him up as he caught the entry pass.
That's a great job there by Miles Turner. Recognized with the smaller defender down there, just punishes Wallace, puts him under the basket, and his teammates find him down there.
8:48 left in the second quarter. Team fouls, 2 aside. Ball will be played in from the far side. Caruso is in. Joe is out for Oklahoma City. Toppin plays it in, far side, forecourt, free throw line extended. Gets it in easily. Shepherd has it and centers it up top to McConnell. McConnell thought about a 3, but then decided to give it up. Takes it back from Shepherd. Left side, Neesmith. Caruso on him. Back to McConnell. Shot clock to 3, shot clock to 2. McConnell sends it to Toppin. He beat the shot clock, but didn't hit the 3. Ball is out of bounds off of Shepherd. Oklahoma City can go in front now, trailing by 1 with possession. 8:31 left in the second. Both teams continue to shoot it well. They're at 52%. Caruso gets it in. Gilgeous-Alexander has it. He'll bring it up against Shepherd. Crossing left of the logo into the forecourt. Shepherd still with him. Now he'll bounce the ball to the top of the circle. Williams takes it inside and finds the baseline cutter. Coming in from the right corner, Caruso lays it in. They're in front, 44-43. Caruso with 9 off of the bench already, as Shepherd handles and then gives it back to McConnell. On top, right sideline, Turner. Right back up top to McConnell. Shot clock at 10. Just over 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Turner, center of the floor, bounces once, now launches a 3. Off target, Gilgeous-Alexander rebounds. They're +5 on the glass, and they've got a chance to add to their lead, which is 44-43. Gilgeous-Alexander to the corner. Nobody on Kenrich Williams, but he missed the 3, and Toppin grabs the rebound. The Pacers down 1. 7:38 left in the half. McConnell to the near sideline. Watching him, but not aggressively defending, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now McConnell makes his move to the baseline. He got right around Gilgeous-Alexander and laid it in.
Low by Gilgeous-Alexander tries to go for the steal, next and pay.
At the other end, Holmgren with a strong move to the goal, but Turner altered the shot. Toppin has the rebound. The Pacers have the ball and a 1-point lead, 7:10 left in the second quarter. McConnell left of the logo and into the forecourt. Center of the floor, slight crouch, backs it up. Gilgeous-Alexander watching. Shot clock at 10. Now McConnell, left side to Shepard and into the corner. From there, Neesmith drives on Caruso. Contact, no whistle. Up top to Turner. His three is long. Rebound punch to the baseline. Saved by McConnell. The Pacers get a fresh look. On top, Neesmith. 9 to shoot. He drives and the lane, and the shot is blocked by Holmgren, who denied Neesmith. This leads to a run out with Wallace. Shepard back to deter him, but he alertly fed it into the lane where cutting down the middle, Kenrich Williams caught it and finished it. They lead by 1. Timeout Pacers. 6:35 left in the second quarter. You're listening to the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Disney's Descendant Zombies Worlds Collide Tour, live in concert, Friday, August 8th at Cambridge Fieldhouse. A one-of-a-kind live concert experience starring Kylie Cantrell, Freya Scott, Malia Baker, Malachi Barton, Dara Renee, Joshua Colley, and Makana Knife, live on stage, singing all the hits from the movies. Tickets on sale now at DescendantZombiesLive.com.
Mid-second, downtown, Oklahoma City leading by 1, trying to square the series at 2 games apiece. The Noblesville Boom will bring high-impact action and unbeatable value to the arena at Innovation Mile this fall. You can visit noblesvilleboom.com to place a $50 deposit that secures season tickets for the first season of Boom. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Courtside we go to Pat Boylan.
Well, the three-point line has been so vital to the Pacers' playoff success, so much so that when shooting 36% or better in the playoffs, coming into game number 3, Indiana was 13-0. And they shot under 36%, 0-5. So Wednesday night bucked a trend. The Pacers won despite shooting 33%, and they made just 9 on Wednesday night, which was tied for the second fewest in the playoffs. So didn't follow that script in game number 3. Well, tonight they got off to a great start from the three-point line. They hit 4 of their first 5. They're just 2 of 10 since. Indiana 6 of 15 from the three-point line. That's 40%. That's quite good. And where Oklahoma City shot very well on Wednesday night, they're just 1 of 6 from out there. But the Thunder doing a great job of getting into the paint, where they have 24 points to Indiana's 12.
Pacers, though, have outscored the Thunder 18-3 from out there, as those numbers indicate. Out of the timeout, Tyrese Halliburton returns. He'll play with Ben Shepard, Aaron Neesmith, Obi Toppin, and Miles Turner. Isaiah Hartenstein is back in for Oklahoma City. Payson Wallace stays in the game. Luguentz Dort is back in. Jalen Devon Williams is on the floor, and so is Alex Caruso. Siakam has 10 points for the Pacers, Williams with a dozen, and Gilgeous-Alexander with 10 for Oklahoma City. 6:35 left, second quarter. Pacers bring it the length out of the timeout, and it's in to Shepard, who gives it right back to Halliburton. Pacers down 1 will try to regain the lead. Halliburton across the timeline, feeds it to the right edge of the arc, slapped away by Hartenstein, but recovered by Halliburton. He's on the logo at center court, bouncing to the free throw line, and from there, Toppin barely hit the front of the rim. Wallace rebounds for Oklahoma City. The Pacers are just 4 of 12 from the floor here in the second quarter. Wallace takes a handoff from Hartenstein, misses a three from the right side. Another offensive rebound for the Thunder. Caruso to the top of the circle. Williams out to the right sideline. One bounce and a three ball. Wallace off the front of the rim. Rebound, Indiana's Toppin. Pacers down one inside of 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Halliburton handles, left edge of the arc. Ball is kicked, but the whistle does not blow, and Caruso is fouled at the other end. Why was that not a kick ball violation? And now Hartenstein has taken exception to the hard foul committed by Toppin. Nothing more than harsh words exchanged. That definitely was a hard foul, and I anticipate, Eddie, that we'll see a review in terms of determining whether it's flagrant or not, but Hartenstein was very offended by the whole thing.
And he made more of it than I think was warranted.
That's just a hard foul, I think.
That's a hard foul. You just move on, go to the free throw line.
They will review it, though, I believe.
Now the question becomes, if I had to guess, Hartenstein and Toppin are both going to get double text. Hartenstein for initiating the escalation of it, and Toppin retaliating with a push. But this foul, this is a play on to me. This is a go to the free throw line, shoot your 2 free throws, and nothing.
2 triggers on the play. We'll check to see if this foul meets the criteria for their flagrant foul. In addition, we'll check to see if the altercation that did not easily dissolve will have any further penalties.
That's the crew chief, Scott Foster. Now, we've been wrong many times. And by the way, we have not updated the replay standings, and I have decided as commissioner of the replay review that we did not start over in the playoffs. Rather, we have combined playoffs and regular season. And going into Game 4 of the NBA Finals, Pat continues to struggle. His replay percentage is at 19.43. You've improved over the course of the season and now are at a fairly robust 58.29. And I hit a bit of a slump here lately at 96.47.
Wow.
Are you with us, Pat? Is that 2 shots and maybe double text?
Those listening might remember your analysis of a sure flagrant foul late in game number 3 that was called a common foul.
That's why it's 96.7.
I agree with you. I think that if different crew chiefs, so they might interpret things different ways, but certainly the Neesmith play on game number 3 at the end was more physical than this. I don't see wind-up, I don't see follow-through, and I don't see any contact above the shoulder, so I think this is just a hard foul.
I agree.
Well, I'm glad you brought that Neesmith foul up, Pat, because I thought we were all in agreement that would probably constitute a flagrant one. That came back as a common foul. This one I feel like is less egregious than that one. So we'll see what type of a continuity.
As Pat points out, though, it's open to interpretation,
Correct.
and this is a different crew.
Correct, yep.
And it looks like they've finished reviewing it in the replay center. James Capers, here comes Scott Foster. And now he turns to Rick Carlisle before he goes to the microphone. He's ready now, though, to share the
After
verdict.
review, it's been determined that there was wind-up, impact, follow-through, and a non-basketball play. That foul rises to the level of a flagrant foul, penalty 1. Following the play, a double technical foul will also be assessed to Obi Toppin and Hartenstein, and we'll play from there. We'll shoot 2, and OKC will retain possession of the ball.
I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's really sometimes hard to know because I think we would all agree that the foul in the previous game, which was not flagrant, was much harsher than this.
Yeah, and he said the windup. I don't know where your windup is.
Yeah, I don't see any
He reached
windup.
over. He actually makes a play on the ball. The body contact is more than anything, but nonetheless, Caruso's going to get free throws here, and they will retain possession. This is a big call here, because one of the other things, as I look at this first half, the Pacers had 24 points on the board pretty much in the first 6 minutes of this game. And in that first quarter, it's a shootout, 35-34, and now a defensive game has broken out here in this second quarter.
Caruso hits the foul shot. He's got 10, one more coming. They're a perfect 12 of 12 from the line. They lead by 2. Their biggest lead was 4, and now they lead by 3, and they've got the ball. .546 left in the half. It's 48-45. Oklahoma City has regained the lead after trailing by 9. Right corner, Wiggins puts it on the floor. Good, strong drive to the goal. And another foul is called. He came out of that corner and drove into the lane, and Turner fouled him trying to block the shot.
Well, he got to the lane as if no one were guarding him. Halliburton's got to provide more resistance there, and Turner's put in a bad way. He doesn't even have time to react to it. It's certainly going to be a foul here.
It's an 8-2 Oklahoma City run with free throws coming. Wiggins has not scored. He did not score in game 3. He played almost 10 minutes off the bench. And he misses the foul shot. That's their first miss from the line. They made their first 13.
Wiggins was very good in game 2 alongside Caruso coming off the bench for the Thunder team.
They lead by 4 as he makes the second foul shot. They're on a 9-2 run with 5:40 left in the second quarter. Across the timeline, Halliburton moving it with the left hand, picked up by Dort. Near left sideline, Turner works it to the center of the floor, gives it back to Halliburton. Halliburton picks up the dribble, nowhere to go with it, and he may as well have passed it right to Caruso, and in fact, that's what he did do. But he tried to go up and under right to left, and the shot was blocked out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Halliburton had Caruso scored, I think you could have given him an assist on that basket.
There is no question about it. Well, he's coming off of this ball screen. You can't allow Hartenstein to stop you and pick up the ball there. You got to attack him and try to get into the paint.
They inbound to Williams, who takes it from the left wing into the lane, and he is leveled. That'll put Indiana in the penalty at 5:17. That's a 2-shot foul anyway. And Oklahoma City starting to generate some momentum here midway through the second quarter. They lead by 4. They're on a 9-2 run. And Williams, fouled by Neesmith, will go to the line.
Well, right now they're also just living in the paint. I mean, just wreaking havoc on this Pacers defense. That time, Shepard is blown by, which you don't see very often at all. And there's no resistance till a guy is at the rim. It's too late then.
McConnell will check back in for the Pacers. And Williams knocks down another foul shot. He is 7 of 7. That's over half of his 13 points. McConnell is in for Shepard. Oklahoma City on a 10-2 run. They lead by 5 here in game 4. They lead by 6 here in game 4 as Williams remains perfect. 8 of 8 from the line, hitting 2 here. 51-45. Pacers have struggled here in the second quarter. They're just 4 of 12 from the floor. Left edge of the arc, it's McConnell, played by Caruso. Up to screen Turner. McConnell drives, pick and pop. Turner is there, but his 3 is an air ball. On the baseline, Neesmith has it. And then he tried to slide it to McConnell, and it's knocked out of bounds by...
Oh, Neesmith is standing on the baseline there.
So it's their ball. Siakam will come back in. And Scott Foster tells him he'll have to wait for the next dead ball.
Right now, Turner is in his own head right now. He's got to step into that shot with confidence. You can tell he's thinking about it. Just catch it and let it go.
It's an 11-2 Oklahoma City run. This key stretch of the game, a presentation of Key Bank. Strong drive Williams into the corner. Holmgren's all alone, but his 3 pops off the rim. Rebound Neesmith. Pacers head to the other end with Halliburton in charge. Driving to the left wing, retreating into the near side corner, missing a 3, and it's rebounded by Dort. Here comes Oklahoma City, left to right in blue. 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander drives to the left baseline, missing the pull-up. Mathurin grabs the rebound. And the Pacers down 6 as they head into the open floor. McConnell driving, left hand, that got him to the foul line. Now he comes over to the near side wing and sends it up top. Turner shovels it to Halliburton. Halliburton to the far corner. Neesmith there, and he hits a much-needed 3.
No question about it. He had to figure out a way to stop the bleeding here. Big shot by Neesmith.
51-48, I'm sorry. And now as the Thunder come to the forecourt, a foul offensively on Holmgren.
Heck of a sequence there by Neesmith. He knocks down the big-time 3, and battling over the top of the screen, he's able to draw the foul there on Holmgren.
3-point Oklahoma City lead. Toppin will now check in. McConnell is out. Nembhard is in. So let's reset that lineup. It's going to be Halliburton and Nembhard with Neesmith, Siakam, and Toppin. Pacers are down 3. They've led by as many as 9. They have trailed by as many as 6. Right edge of the arc, Toppin hands it to Halliburton into the corner. Neesmith there, watched closely by Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock to 10. From the far sideline, Halliburton drives it to the center of the floor, feeds it inside. Siakam laid it up too hard. And here comes Oklahoma City with a 3-point lead, 3:38 to play in the half. Across the timeline, the Thunder moving left to right. Gilgeous-Alexander got to the goal and flipped it in from right in front. He's got a dozen. Williams has 14. That's almost half of their total. And they lead 53-45. Sweet bounce pass. Halliburton got it into the lane where Siakam did the rest.
Very good pass. Chet Holmgren ball watching there. Able to slide a pass there into Siakam.
Oklahoma City up 3, and they'll take a timeout. When the Pacers win, bring a friend. Penn Station East Coast subs, just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 o'clock the morning after a Pacers win. You'll get a buy one, get one free coupon to use in store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. 3:19 left to play. Second quarter, Oklahoma City leading 53-50. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits. The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV continue on ABC.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
3 minutes, 19 seconds left to play. Second quarter, game 4. Pacers lead the series 2-1, but Oklahoma City has the advantage in game 4, 53-50 as we check in with Pat.
Well, so far the Pacers offense has lived in the extremes. It took them just 5 minutes and 48 seconds to score their first 24 points. It took them 14 minutes and 1 second to score their next 24 points. So where the offense goes from here, very clearly a big storyline. As we talked about, the Pacers hit 4 of their first 5 threes. They've hit just 3 of their last 13. The Pacers, who briefly had a 9-point first half lead, have trailed by as many as 6 and are down by 3 right now.
Both teams outstanding offensively in the first quarter, not so in the second. Both teams are 6 of 17 from the floor. Oklahoma City leading by 3. We're approaching halftime, and that means nearly 6 consecutive quarters where neither team has led by more than 9 points. This has really been a closely contested series.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better competition, right? And this is what you want when you get to the last 2 teams in the season, is a competitive series, hard-fought series, and that's what we have here essentially through 3.5 games.
Oklahoma City brings it the length. Gilgeous Alexander and Caruso, Jalen Devon Williams, Dort, and Holmgren against Nembhard and Siakam, Neesmith, Halliburton, and Toppin. They're in blue, the Pacers in yellow. They bring it left to right, just over 3 minutes to play in the half, 10 seconds to shoot. Gilgeous Alexander behind the back, across the lane. He's got his back to the goal, left of the lane. Can't clear the shot, but he sends it out to Caruso, who missed a three from the left edge, and Neesmith swoops into the lane and Velcros the rebound. 2:51 left in the half. Halliburton working right edge, centers it to Neesmith. Back to Halliburton. Halliburton against Gilgeous Alexander, attacking. He's in the lane, draws a double team, and finds Neesmith. He missed the open left baseline jumper, but Toppin right to the rim with a catch and dunk.
Yeah, another big-time finish by Toppin. We saw that in Game 3. Much needed here.
53-52, Oklahoma City. Gilgeous Alexander throws it away. Halliburton stole the ball. They've given it away just once in the second quarter after turning it over 5 times in the first. Halliburton moving to his right, centers. Toppin gives it right back to Halliburton. Halliburton near the timeline, into the near corner for Nembhard. Bounce pass into the post, knocked away and stolen. Here comes Caruso. Turnovers, Indiana 9, Oklahoma City 7. 2 minutes left in the half. They've got the ball in a 1-point lead. Jalen Williams on the drive, down the right side, finishing beautifully. He has 16 first-half points. They improved their advantage to 3. Halliburton has struggled here in the first half. He gives it up this time, and Toppin is nailed as he got to the rim. He'll be on the line twice.
You might want to take a look at this. He hit Toppin in the head, and that's what they're lobbying for right now. We'll see if they get it or not.
Now it looks like they're not even going to call it, not even a shooting foul.
Wow. Well, how is that?
Boy, I'm not sure how
bad.
that's not it. And now Scott Foster's going to come over and say, "Are you sure?" Because I think that's a shooting foul.
Oh,
and now they're going to review it as well.
They're going to review all of it because as you look at it,
Taking the shot this foul meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
well, let me ask you this: can they change this? The guy is in the air attempting a layup, and they were calling it on the side. Can they change it? I know they're reviewing the technical.
Well, watch. I think what they concluded is he was passing the ball, but I don't think he was.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, I agree. But there's the foul from Caruso. There's the head hit by Dort.
Well, that's a follow through too.
Well, we got the last one wrong. Let's try it again. I'm going to say flagrant 1 on Dort. And that gives you the 2 foul shots. Pat, how does this work? If that's a shooting foul, you don't get 4 foul shots, do you?
Correct. You would just get the 2 from the flagrant and the ball back.
Okay. Well, yeah, but they called it on the floor. It was going to be a side out. They also have to change it to a shooting foul. Can they do that?
That's what I am checking on that right now. I am not 100% on that one.
Well, if it's a flagrant foul, it wouldn't matter because you can't get 4 foul shots anyway. The flagrant would give you the 2. And then you'd have the ball on the side, as Pat just mentioned. But if they don't change it to a flagrant, then that's a different question.
Well, no, if they change it to a flagrant, you only get one free throw for the flagrant. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Any flagrant foul would be considered as a one shot.
Well, then why did Caruso get 2 on that other flagrant foul?
Because he was attempting a shot.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, because they called it a shot on the floor.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well.
Because in theory, right now, they would also have to change this to a shooting foul.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Which they can do, if I understand the rule correctly. They're still looking at it. Now Foster peels off the headset, and he's ready to render the verdict.
After review, it's been determined there was wind-up impact and follow-through with contact to the head. That contact will result in a flagrant foul penalty 1. Obi Toppin will shoot 2, and Indiana will retain possession of the ball with 24 on the shot clock.
There you go. Yeah, that was that I think was the correct call.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Elbow to the head, some nice little follow-through action just cause.
So you could end up. This could be a 4-point possession, and you could get the lead back. You make the foul shots. You get the ball on the side.
Could be a 5-point possession. You make a 3.
You could make a 3. Yep. So
could be a 6-point possession if you make a 3 and fouled, and then go to the free throw line and make a free throw.
Yeah.
What else could it be?
That's it. Well, it could be a 0 point. Well, it could have been a 0 point possession, except the top and hit the first foul shot.
Okay. Just make sure we got all the options out there.
So that's one. Second one, though, is short. 2 point game. Pacers with the ball on the side. 1:44 left in the half. Both teams are in the penalty for the rest of the second quarter. Pacers 10 of 12 from the line. Oklahoma City 16 of 17. Halliburton will play it in. And he'll bounce it to the top. Toppin gathers it in and then delivers it to Siakam. He's challenging Williams right side. Backing his way into the lane. The short jumper is perfect.
I like it. Siakam got off to a very hot start, and to some degree you forget about him. That time they draw up a play for him to get going in a one-on-one game.
55 apiece, 86 seconds to go in the second quarter. Neither team is led by more than 9, and now Williams driving it down the left side, kicked it out of bounds. They turn it over for the 8th time. Pacers look to go back in front with 80 seconds left in the second quarter. Across the timeline, Siakam. Working left of center, outside the arc, driving right hand. On the foul line, he feeds the sideline. And from there, Halliburton up and under, driving the baseline right to left and off the glass.
Well, now you see me. Now you don't. Love that he doesn't settle. Just blows by Hartenstein.
57-55 Pacers, under a minute to go in the second quarter. Hartenstein has it on top. Bounces once. Now he'll look to get rid of it. And he finds Wallace, who drives it to the top of the circle and ties the game at 57.
Tough shot there as Pacers looking to gain momentum here.
That's his first scoring. 40 seconds left in the half. Ball is in Siakam's hands, way out right edge. Hasn't used his dribble, 34 seconds left in the half. Now Caruso almost stole the ball from him, but he got it to Halliburton, who drives in right side, lays it in, and he'll be on the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Listen, he has not been aggressive at all to get to the basket throughout this entire first half. The last 2 possessions, he gets there and finishes, this time an and one opportunity.
28 and 3/10 seconds to go. Halliburton had the near triple-double in Game 3, 22 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds. Here, he converts a three-point play. He's been very aggressive on the last 2 possessions, and it's resulted in 5 points.
Listen, you got to have it the entire game while you're out there on the floor, and hopefully this will give him some confidence going into that second half.
Pacers by 3. Separation between game and shot clocks is about 4 seconds. On top, right, and now left-hand bounce Williams. Outside the arc, penetrating, pulls up from the foul line. This one rolls around, falls off. The Pacers have 10 seconds to get the last shot. Halliburton driving, center of the floor. Gives it up. Siakam bouncing. Open man. Nembhard for 3. Missed it. Weak side tap as time expires by Nesmith. Just a little bit strong. And the Pacers take a 3-point lead to halftime. It's gone back and forth. The lead has changed hands more than once in this half. What do you say about the way the first half unfolded?
Listen, it starts out into the offensive game that we referenced. The defensive struggle breaks out. And OKC, I thought they did a great job of weathering the Pacers' storm early on. They take control, but to the Pacers' credit, they settle in and close the half in tremendous fashion. So to your point that you've made throughout their first half, very competitive game. Both teams have some optimism going into the halftime.
Pacers outscored the Thunder down the stretch in that quarter, 10-4. They lead by 3. Stay with us. When we return, we'll go courtside. Pat Boylan will have our halftime report. The WNBA All-Star Game is coming to Indianapolis next month. You can find out about tickets, volunteer opportunities, and event information by visiting WNBAAllStar2025.com. Halftime downtown with the score, the Indiana Pacers 60, the Oklahoma City Thunder 57. You're listening to the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like, Am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Halftime from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, game number 4. The Pacers are up in the series 2-1. They lead the Thunder at halftime, but it's been an extremely close first 2 quarters. 60-57 advantage Indiana. Let's take a listen to the first half highlights.
2.5 minutes gone. The Pacers in front early, 8-6. Nembhard, center of the floor, Halliburton. This one from way up top, and he makes the 3 to make it 11-6. His heels were almost up against that logo at center court. Nembhard, right of the lane, step back, can't clear the shot against Dort. They work it outside to Halliburton. He moves the left hand to the left edge. The shot clock at 8. Siakam attacking Hartenstein. Drives in, right side to the corner. Nembhard is there, and he hit a 3.
That's a big-time driving kick by Siakam. No way can Hartenstein stay in front of him. The Thunder need to talk about it.
The Pacers head for the other end. They lead by 3 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter of Game 4. Toppin left edge, bouncing to Siakam. One dribble. That got him to the rim, and he dunked it with 2 hands.
Just punishes Wiggins. Too small.
Pacers shooting 59%. They lead by 5. The first quarter ends with the score. The Indiana Pacers 35. The Oklahoma City Thunder 34. Nobody on Kenrich Williams, but he missed the 3. And Toppin grabs the rebound. The Pacers down 1. 7:38 left in the half. McConnell to the near sideline. Watching him, but not aggressively defending, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now McConnell makes his move to the baseline. He got right around Gilgeous-Alexander and laid it in. Gilgeous-Alexander drives to the left baseline, missing the pull-up. Mathurin grabs the rebound. And the Pacers down 6 as they head into the open floor. McConnell driving, left hand, that got him to the foul line. Now he comes over to the near side wing and sends it up top. Turner shovels it to Halliburton. Halliburton to the far corner. Neesmith there, and he hits a much-needed 3. Across the timeline, Siakam working left of center, outside the arc, driving right hand. On the foul line, he feeds the sideline, and from there, Halliburton up and under, driving the baseline right to left and off the glass.
Well, now you see me. Now you don't. Love that he doesn't settle. Just blows by Hartenstein.
57-55 Pacers. Under a minute to go in the second quarter. Halftime downtown with the score. The Indiana Pacers 60. The Oklahoma City Thunder 57.
And our first half stats are coming up next. This is game number 4 of the NBA Finals, and the Pacers lead it 60-57. First half stats, and we return. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about
It's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with HIT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Halftime from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where the Pacers have a 60-57 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is game number 4. If the Pacers win it, they go up 3-1 in the series. If the Thunder win it, we are level at 2 games apiece. I'm Pat Boylan. Here are your first half stats for the Thunder. Jalen Williams has been excellent. 16 points in 17 minutes. He scored half of those from the foul line. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's strong too, 12 points, although this is an almost identical stat line that he had in the first half of game number 3. 12 points, but it did take him 11 shots to get there, and that's a ratio the Pacers are probably okay with, including 0 free throw attempts, which is ironic because the Thunder shot a ton in the first half, but their best guy at getting to the line didn't take any of them. We'll get to the free throw stats for the team in a moment. Chet Holmgren, 6 points in 18 minutes, also has 6 rebounds. Lou Dort has 5 in 14 minutes. Hartenstein back in the starting lineup. This is how they played nearly the entire year when they were healthy. They did not start the finals this way, but Hartenstein is back in. He did not score in 11 minutes, just 1 rebound and 1 assist. Alex Caruso strong off the bench, 11 points for him, 4 for Kenrich Williams, who got some extended run. He hasn't always been in the rotation, kind of a fringe guy for Mark Daignault. Cason Wallace had 2, Aaron Wiggins had 1, Isaiah Joe did not score. The Thunder are shooting 47% from the field, 1 of 10 from the three-point line, 16 of 17 from the foul line. So 2 statistical anomalies there. The Thunder, very unlikely to shoot 10% from the three-point line in the second half and hit just 1. On the other hand, 17 first-half free throws is a very large number, and they've hit 94% of them. As for Indiana, leading scorer Pascal Siakam, who's been terrific on both ends of the floor, 14 points and a playoff career-high tying 4 steals. He's also got 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and a block. Tyrese Halliburton with 8 points and 5 assists, 6 for Nesmith, 6 for Turner. And Andrew Nembhard, 3 points, 2 assists in 14 minutes. Off of the Indiana bench, TJ McConnell had 8-7 for Obi Toppin, 5 for Benedict Mathurin. Ben Shepherd had 3. The Pacers are shooting at 48% from the field, 37% from 3. That's 7 of 19. 11 of 13 from the foul line. They're +1 on the glass. Notable as Oklahoma City has gone bigger, but the Pacers have nullified that. Indiana has turned it over 9 times for 15 Thunder points. The Thunder have turned it over 8 times for 12 Pacers points. Indiana leads by 3 at the half, 60-57. Halftime continues in a moment on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
It's what you wait for all week. The 3-pointers, the rebounds, the thrill of every shot. Win or lose, it's the hope that keeps you coming back. The dream that this time, it might be your year. And so you represent. Anticipation, pride. Because when the pressure's on, your support is everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io. GameBridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
The Pacers lead the Thunder, but it's been tight throughout. Game number 4, 60-57 advantage Indiana. Let's pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
The Pacers lead it by 3 at halftime after tonight's game, Game 5, as the series moves back to Oklahoma City. That is on Monday, June 16th, so the weekend is off. 8:30 tip, 8 o'clock Kroger pregame show. If Game 6 is necessary, it'll be right back here in Indianapolis on Thursday, June 19th at 8:30 tip with an 8 o'clock Kroger pregame show. You can join us for that by visiting Pacers.com/tickets if the game does not happen. You will, of course, be refunded the purchase price of your tickets. The Pacers are guaranteed at least a Game 6, unless they can happen to win the NBA Finals in 5. They lead the series 2-1. They lead game number 4 at halftime, 60-57. The third quarter rapidly approaching. Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill have it for you when we return on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
She's worked hard. We're so proud to drop her off at her dream school.
We've grown so much. This new location will be a dream for our business.
With this dream gym at home, the whole family can get stronger together.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
It's basketball season, so it's time to rally behind the Indiana Pacers with your favorite local pizza. When it's game time, make sure you've got Hot Box Pizza in your corner. With our everyday awesome deals, you choose the deal that fits your schedule perfectly. Whether celebrating a win or gearing up for the next big game, we have the pizza that keeps you fueled. Grab a slice and show your support for both the Pacers and Hot Box Pizza. Visit one of our 24 local locations for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Check us out at hotboxpizza.com. Locally owned, locally loved.
Hey Pacers fans, by saying yes to organ donation, you're choosing to give the gift of life, an incredible way to make a lasting difference even after you're gone. It's a powerful decision that offers hope to those waiting on the National Transplant Waiting List for a life-saving organ. Join your Pacers in supporting organ donation and get the heart on your driver's license. If more people say yes to being an organ donor, more lives can be saved. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more and share your decision with your family.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. At Bet365, gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Third quarter about to begin. Game 4. Pacers lead 2-1 and by 3 points in Game 4. As Pat mentioned during our halftime report, most of the numbers, as the score would suggest, pretty even. Both teams shot it well in the first quarter, poorly in the second quarter. Pacers had the edge from three-point range, outscoring the Thunder 21-3. On the other hand, the Thunder were +5 on the foul line. Pacers are averaging 18 turnovers a game in this series, and they have 9 in the first half. We look to the third quarter. Eddie, what did you see? What might we see in the third quarter?
Yeah, I'm anxious to see if Tyrese Halliburton continues to keep his foot on the gas. We saw that in the last minute or so of that second quarter where he was able to get back-to-back possessions in the paint, able to score the first one. The next time he's able to come down and get an and-one opportunity in which he converted. So there was 5 of his 8 points there essentially in the last the last minute of that quarter. But from a just overall dynamic of this game, the defensive focus, who can maintain it the longest, and sustain that effort, but the Pacers would like to play in transition, not in that half-court set.
Original starters out for both teams. Third quarter possession to Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith. The Pacers are in the yellow. Blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. The Thunder with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luguentz Dort, Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Devon Williams. They're in the blue, white numerals and letters with red, white, and yellow trim. Pacers have it. First look, pass into the lane. Beautiful pass to the perimeter. And the third quarter begins with a misfire from the right edge. Nesmith, he had 7 rebounds in the first half. Missed that 3, though, and now Oklahoma City with their first look, down by 3. Working to the top of the circle, driving to the foul line, and then kicking it to the top, but throwing it away as Siakam goes the distance and is fouled from behind by Holmgren. Siakam took the ball from Jalen Williams and then sprinted to the other end, was fouled from behind by Holmgren. That is his 5th steal, which would match a career high in any game, regular season or playoff. And in addition to that, he's also scored 14 points, and he'll go to the line twice.
Well, and he got 4 of those steals in the first quarter. We highlighted how great he was playing there on that end with his deflections in his hands, but he's able to start this half with another big steal and sprint to the rim and draw a foul.
Siakam 3 of 4 from the line, drills the first. Pacers had a good first half from the line, 11 of 13. The Thunder even better. They were 16 of 17. Pacers by 4. They led by as many as 9 in the first half and trailed by as many as 6.
So important here for the Pacers to continue to keep Pascal Siakam involved, especially if it's going to be a nip and tuck game where it's a struggle to find opportunities to get quality looks at the basket. He just does a great job of that, whether it's for himself or for a teammate.
He made the foul shots. The Pacers lead by 5. Siakam has made his last 5 from the line, and it's 62 to 57. Williams to the forecourt, high middle screen, Hartenstein. Nesmith fights through. Now Williams to the center of the floor, continuing to bounce. Hands it off to Gilgeous-Alexander, who delivers it to the left baseline for a badly off-target left-hand Hartenstein. But he got his own, gave it to Williams, and Williams laid it in. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. Right at the top of the restricted area, Nesmith tried to draw the offensive foul, but didn't get the call.
Yeah, Mike Weiner taking a very hard look at this. Taking a very hard look at this to see if they want to challenge it. Rick Carlisle is approaching. He's going to give him the thumbs down and allow Jalen Williams to complete this, or shoot these free throws here, or complete the three-point opportunity.
And he does that. He's made all 9 of his foul shots. He's got 19. They trail by 2. 1 minute gone, third quarter. Nembhard handles the ball for the Pacers. Perimeter right, outside the hash mark. Bouncing center of the floor to Turner. Holmgren has him. Now it's Nesmith. Left hand to the edge of the arc where he gives to Halliburton. 8 seconds to shoot. Near corner, Halliburton finds Siakam. His 3 off the front of the rim. Holmgren grabs the rebound. Oklahoma City down 2. Moving right to left, looking to tie or perhaps take the lead. Right side, Holmgren. Left hand bounce. He got into the lane against Turner, and he laid it off the glass beautifully. He's got 8 points. Game tied at 62. Nembhard the other way, driving to the baseline. Now he'll fire off the bounce. That was a beautiful shot by Nembhard.
My goodness, he snatches it back and knocked down a contested pull-up.
His first scoring since the first quarter. It's 64 to 62. Now getting to the dotted half circle and missing the jump shot is Williams. Here comes Halliburton for Indiana. Cross court to Nesmith, into the corner. Nembhard drives up top. Turner is wide open, but his 3 will not drop. And it's rebounded by Holmgren. Miles Turner has missed all 4 of his 3-point shots. It's 64-62 Indiana, 9:48 left in the third. On top, slightly right of center, Gilgeous-Alexander, played by Nesmith. Shot clock down to 7. He'll go left edge for a catch and shoot 3. Short Williams, rebound tapped away by Nesmith on the foul line. He got it to Siakam, who delivered it to Halliburton. Pacers up 2, early third quarter. Left to right, they come in yellow. Turner, top of the circle, in the lane, at the goal, and Hartenstein whacked him. Miles Turner will go to the line.
And again, Turner, even though he's able to draw that foul, just the uncertainty and indecisiveness is just written all over his body there. Didn't know whether he wanted to get to his free throw line, pull-up game, had space to drive to the basket, he ultimately took that decision, but just trust the work right now. You've done such a great job throughout the season and over the last 10 seasons for that matter. Just go play confident basketball.
Well, he's only 4 of 18 from three-point range in these finals, and maybe that's rattling around in that skull. But he's had a good series, that notwithstanding. The 5 blocks the other night.
Yes, yeah, and that is the beauty of it. A player of his caliber, he's not so reliant on just making shots and having an impact on the game. Although he's plenty capable of doing that as well.
He made the foul shots. Both teams continue to excel from the foul line. Oklahoma City 94%, Indiana 88%. Pacers by 4, 3 minutes gone, third quarter in game 4. 6 to shoot from the foul line. It's Gilgeous-Alexander not getting the bounce off the front of the rim. Rebound claimed by Siakam. Pacers have the ball in a 4-point lead. Siakam goes the distance and cannot finish. The ball falls off the far side of the rim, and Williams feeds it ahead to Gilgeous-Alexander. 66-62 Pacers. Tough fading shot from the baseline. Didn't go, doesn't matter. Nembhard called for the foul.
They're going to call it on the floor.
Andrew Nembhard picks up his third. Both teams with 2 team fouls. And the ball will come in from the near side. Shot clock at 16. Alex Caruso, the first man off the bench in the third quarter, as he was in the first. And he'll replace Hartenstein. He had an impactful first half with 11 points.
Well, look, that line, you talk about changing the starting lineup. Hartenstein's out there all of 3 minutes and 14 seconds before being subbed out.
Ball is in. They're down 4 early third as Gilgeous-Alexander drives it on Halliburton. Now Dort catches left edge, drives by Nembhard, kick out to Holmgren, and a 3 is badly off target. Rebound secured with one hand by Siakam. Pacers try to build on a 4-point lead. Nembhard in control. Driving with the right hand, now he picks up the dribble. Hands it off on the logo to Siakam, who nearly juggled it into the backcourt. And now as he turns and drives to his right, he's fouled by Caruso. And then as the whistle blows, he's also shoved by Dort.
Love it, though. Once again, Caruso, as good as he is with his physical play defensively, Siakam does not cower from it at all. You attack that pressure with pressure and draw the foul.
That's 3 team fouls already. Pacers by 4. Siakam against Williams, left wing. Backing in, right hand, turns into a double team. Feeds it to the top. Turner will work against Holmgren. Driving to the foul line, a difficult shot. He danced around, moving to his left. Wow.
Now that's confidence. Little step back with the clock winding down with 1 on it and lets it go.
Pacers by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander gets some breathing room and converts, driving to the right baseline. He's got 14. The lead back down to 4. It has been extremely close throughout the first 2.5 quarters. Here comes Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander, and that is team foul number 4. Gilgeous-Alexander's first personal. You still got 7 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the third, and now they are on the verge of hitting the penalty.
Listen, if I'm Halliburton and Nembhard and I get a ball and I get an angle to attack a guy, I do it anyway, but certainly in this position where you're able to put them in a penalty.
Ball is in, tapped away on the wing, and a turnover on the inbound pass. Pacers give it away for the first time in the third quarter after turning it over 9 times in the first half. Oklahoma City down by 4. Holmgren's in the lane with a left-hand scoop. It's tapped away at the rim, and it's rebounded by Siakam. Pacers by 4. A strong drive into the lane, Nembhard. They work it back outside, and Siakam, left of center, hits a 3.
Absolute beautiful ball movement. Nembhard did exactly what we talked about. Attack it there. He draws multiple blue jerseys. Extra pass by Turner. That 3 ball by Siakam will force a timeout.
7:16 left in the third quarter. Indiana is in front by 7. Every assist the Pacers record tonight results in a $5 donation to the Pacers Foundation from Key Bank so far. 16 assists on 24 field goals. 7 minutes, 16 seconds left to play, third quarter downtown. The Pacers lead 71-64. You're listening to the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients, And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePierac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
They don't call it Sailor Jerry's spiced rum for nothing. We make our rum in the name of Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, father of the old school tattoo. You've seen them before, bright, bold, and filled with meaning. As an independent spirit, he lived his life all in the way we approach making our rum now. Still made the old school way, 92 proof, with all natural spices and flavors. This is a solid drink, no matter how you like it. Respect his legacy. Drink Sailor Jerry responsibly.
7 minutes, 16 seconds left, third quarter, game 4. The Pacers trying to move in front 3-1, are in front 71-64. Every time the Pacers connect on a foul shot, Citizens Energy Group and the Pacers team up to donate $5 to the Warm Heart, Warm Home Foundation, which provides utility bill assistance for thousands of Hoosiers each year. To learn more or to donate, visit citizensenergygroup.com/WHWH. Pacers' biggest lead tonight, 9. Their current lead, 7, as we check in with Pat.
TJ McConnell delivering a pretty spirited speech in the huddle before the coaches got up there, preaching energy and physicality. After Rick Carlisle drew up his play, his message was simple: to keep the gas pedal down, saying we cannot slow down, keep this pace up. The Pacers have taken a 7-point lead, their largest since very early in this game.
In general, it's a good idea to be aggressive, but specific to this situation, that next foul puts the Pacers on the line.
There's no question about it, and the Pacers have been terrific from the free throw line throughout the season. It's an opportunity, obviously, to add to the lead, but also put guys in foul trouble. Caruso sitting on 3 right now. He's a guy who's had an impact on this game as well for the Thunder.
Obi Toppin and Ben Shepherd checked in during that timeout. Siakam and Nesmith are out. Oklahoma City has the ball, down 7, moving it right to left in blue, Indiana in yellow. Gilgeous-Alexander, right edge of the arc, 8 to shoot, being played aggressively by Nembhard. He can't clear the shot. He's in trouble. Pass knocked out of bounds on the near side with 1 6/10 seconds to get a shot.
Mark, listen, you cannot play better one-on-one defense than what Andrew Nembhard did right there. Stand down on fakes, doesn't commit a foul. Thunder in a bad way here.
Ball knocked away on the inbound, and by the time Caruso can pick it up, it's a shot clock violation.
That's beautiful. Put that possession in the museum. Defensively, so good by Andrew Nembhard. Trying to get Shai Gilgeous going. He just hasn't really been as effective as we've seen him be here in this game.
Both teams have 10 turnovers. Halliburton in backcourt against Dort. Crossing left side. Dort all over him. He got rid of the ball and he threw it away. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup. Pacers turn it over for the 11th time. Dort very ferocious on that possession, and Oklahoma City turns that turnover into a layup. 71-66, near corner. Nembhard is there and he hits a 3.
Bang, bang. Again. Good decisive move there by Halliburton. He can't go sideways though. That's what forced that last turnover.
8-point lead for the Pacers. Caruso has it. Hartenstein on top, hands it to Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll launch from just outside the foul line, and he's knocked to the floor. Turner picks up his 3rd. Gilgeous-Alexander to the foul line. Believe it or not, for the first time tonight, he's Very capable and does it on a regular basis of getting to the line 10, 12, 13 times a night.
And honestly, on this one here, this is just a bad foul by Turner, just overly aggressive there on the challenge. I like the challenge, just be a little bit more strategic in terms of committing that foul. But yeah, shockingly enough, be hard-pressed to find a game where you get midway through the third quarter and he's attempting his first free throw of the game.
In addition to failing to score 30 for the first time in the series in Game 3, Gilgeous-Alexander turned the ball over half a dozen times. They gave it up 19 times in that game. Aaron Wiggins is in. Jalen Williams is out. First foul shot, Gilgeous-Alexander, yes, and the second one identical. He's got 18 points. They continue their mastery at the line. They're 19 of 20, but they're down by 6. Halfway through the third quarter in Game 4. Nembhard has it, bouncing right side, topping outside the arc. Steers it to the center of the floor with a left-hand dribble. Pacers bogged down a bit here with 9 seconds to shoot. Halliburton driving. He got to the foul line, out to Toppin. Faking the three, back to Halliburton. The Pacers are in trouble. A mid-court three-pointer, and that's a shot clock violation. That was probably the worst possession of the night for the Pacers.
There's been a couple others that are in the conversation, but that one definitely wasn't great. It's these possessions where they're trying to get Halliburton going, but he's going sideways, and they just completely extend their pressure when you're doing that.
Well, literally speaking, that cannot be the worst possession of the night since it didn't result in a turnover.
Well, fair.
Yeah. Gilgeous-Alexander has it. They're down 6 with the ball. He'll try one from the foul line, and he'll hit one from the foul line. He's got 20 points. Williams, who's not in the game, has 19.
Sorry, Mark. Yeah, he's run off 6 quick ones here.
And now a screen from Shepard is an offensive foul. He was trying to get Halliburton free at the timeline. He collided with Dort, and it's Shepard guilty of the contact. Pacers turn the ball over for the 13th time. Oklahoma City within 4 and moving it right to left with 5:15 left in the third quarter. Caruso with a blow-by, and he's fouled on the way to the goal before the shot. Both teams now with 4 team fouls. That's Toppin's second personal.
Well, Toppin gets caught looking away, trying to look for a screener. And Caruso just happily blows by, gained major advantage, and Toppin just had to wrap him up.
Siakam in, Turner out. Wiggins will inbound. The shot clock at 18, the game clock at 5:12. The Pacers are in front by 4. They led by 1 at the quarter and 3 at the half. Caruso takes the inbound up top. Siakam picks him up. Caruso goes to Gilgeous-Alexander, who has had it going on the last several possessions. Now he'll drive to the right wing, down to the right baseline, and he'll miss off the front of the rim. But crashing in from the weak side, Caruso grabbed it and laid it home. 74-72. Siakam at the top of the circle. Got it to Shepard, who feeds it outside, and it winds up with Halliburton. Halliburton on the logo. Dort is all over him. He is a superior defender. They work the pick and roll. It winds up with Toppin. Right edge for 3.
Great extra pass by Siakam and zero hesitation by Toppin.
77-72. Caruso with the ball. Takes it to Halliburton and then feeds it up top. Hartenstein hands it off. Wiggins left hand down the left side. Scooped it up too hard with the right hand. Toppin flips to Halliburton. Pacers running the break. Cross court, left side Nembhard. He'll go back to the top where Halliburton will feed the near corner. Toppin again. Back-to-back threes from employee number 1. And Oklahoma City takes a timeout. The lead is back to 8.
You gotta love it. Toppin, again, he's had a great series. And he forces a timeout with that 3 ball.
2 of 4 from outside the arc. Those 2 successful shots coming on the last 2 possessions. 4:11 left in the third. The Pacers are up by 8. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man.
Bell Tire.
Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart.
Bell Tire.
Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at
Bell Tire.
And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires.
Bell Tire.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Back-to-back threes from Obi Toppin have pushed the lead from 2 to 8. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. 4:11 left in the third. The Pacers trying to gain command of the series. They have the advantage at 2-1. 3-1, though, as history has shown us, is an entirely different story. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it's a really nice place to be. And speaking of three-point field goal, perhaps the single most, well, I wouldn't go so far as to say unbelievable. Anything can happen in an NBA game, but it is surprising. The Pacers have outscored the Thunder, Eddie, from three-point range 33-3.
Yeah, they've been so good, and beyond that, the Thunder only have 12 attempts at this point. So the Pacers have done a great job of being able to close out and try to deter some of those shots, and the few that they have had out there clearly coming up blank right now, except for one make.
Out of the timeout, the Pacers will play with Halliburton, Nembhard, Siakam, Toppin, and McConnell. Oklahoma City, right to left in blue. They'll bring the ball the length of the floor. The Pacers are in yellow. They have Wiggins, Holmgren. Jalen Williams is back in. Dort is on the floor. Now let's reset that lineup for Oklahoma City. It's their ball. They're moving at the length of the floor, right to left. They have Jalen Williams, Dort, Caruso, Wiggins, and the inbound passer on the baseline, Holmgren. He gets it into Wiggins. So Gilgeous-Alexander, who has scored 8 of his 20 here in the third, is on the bench resting. Caruso gets it into the forecourt against Siakam. Right of center. Now on the logo, Jalen Williams against Benedict Mathurin. So Mathurin had checked in. It's Mathurin who just fouled with Siakam, Halliburton, Toppin, and McConnell, and that puts Indiana in the penalty at 3:58.
Well, no, it's Siakam. He's battling with Caruso, which I appreciate, but again, just overly aggressive, wraps him up away from the basketball, and that puts Caruso on the line here.
He's 13 of 14 from the line in the series. They're a great free throw shooting team, and they've been even better than usual tonight, although this one is off the back of the rim. That still leaves them at 19 for 21, which is 91%.
And worth mentioning again, I love the fact that, Pascal Siakam played tremendous basketball on both ends of the floor. Picked up Caruso full court there, harassed him. You much rather have that and have a guy tone it back than the other.
Caruso made the second. He's got 14 points. The Pacers lead by 7. Under 4 to go in the third. Mathurin, right edge against Caruso, moves it center of the floor and then gives it up to McConnell near the left hash mark. 10 to shoot. McConnell to the foul line, dumps it back to the perimeter. Halliburton to Siakam, handoff back to Halliburton, 5 to shoot. Halliburton driving in traffic in the lane at the goal, and he scooped it in.
Well, how about that? Doesn't settle, doesn't go sideways, just immediately attacks Caruso, gets all the way to the rim with the clock winding down.
Pacers have matched their largest lead of the night. It's 82-73. Caruso will try to do something about it and succeed. A three from out on the left edge. He's had another impactful game. He's got 17 points. They're down 6, though. Now McConnell with a determined drive and a spin. He's under the goal. He fades and misses from about 8 feet out. It's rebounded by Holmgren. Oklahoma City down 6, 3 minutes to go in the third. Jalen Williams into the forecourt. Holmgren screens. Williams moves to his right. Caruso back to Williams. Williams edge of the arc, right hand and now the left. He penetrates. He's in the lane. He'll fade from the foul line. Nope. Rebound slapped off the goal by Dort. That's a loose ball foul, and now Oklahoma City hits the penalty at 2:47 with Mathurin going to the line.
Listen, that's a great job by Mathurin just crashing the glass. Dort was in great position to come up with that offensive rebound. Mathurin just sheer will to get into the mix, and he draws the foul.
I don't really know all of Lou Gent's Dort's background, except I would be shocked if he wasn't an all-state linebacker in high school.
No question. I mean, he is an absolute bear to deal with. The way he sits down in the stance and harasses you.
Mathurin will shoot 2 of 2 in this game. He's got 5 points. During the regular season, he played in one of the 2 games against the Thunder, missed one with a calf issue and scored 18 in the other one. Kenrich Williams is in for Oklahoma City. Now there's a delay for some unknown reason.
No, they're going to make him wait. He was trying to sub in. He and Nembhard both. Yeah, they're going to make them wait. They'll sub in here after this first one.
Seems right. It's a rule. I get that. But what's the difference? They're going to come in anyway, even if he misses the foul shot, which he doesn't. So Nembhard is in, and so is Kenrich Williams. That leaves the Pacers playing with McConnell, Nembhard, Mathurin, Toppin, and Siakam. Oklahoma City with Holmgren, Kenrich Williams. Cason Wallace is back out for the first time this half. Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams. Mathurin made 1, made 2.
He's been so reliable from the free throw line. Just every possession matters here. You got to have a guy like that in the game.
The lead is 8 with 2:40 left in the third. Jalen Williams on the logo at center court. Gives it up center of the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander. Left edge of the arc, Holmgren. One bounce and a handoff to Jalen Williams. 6 to shoot. Cross court, right edge. Kenrich Williams. The shot clock's a problem. Out on the logo with 2 to shoot. Jalen Williams had his 3 blocked by Toppin, and that is a shot clock violation.
Listen, I tip my hat to you, Sir Obi Toppin. Great IQ. He recognized the clock was winding down and slowly but surely started to close the gap there on Jalen Williams as he attempts to beat the clock.
Turnovers, Oklahoma City 11, Indiana 13. The Pacers can take the first double-figure lead of the night. It's an 8-point game. Ball knocked out toward the timeline. Rescued, though, by Siakam. He drives it on Gilgeous-Alexander. He fed the right baseline cutter. Toppin did the rest with a 2-hand power jam right of the rim.
Just beautiful basketball. Straight line drive by Siakam, and he drops it off. Toppin does the rest.
Pacers by 10, under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And now an over and back violation as Williams, Jalen, harassed by the Pacers, who seem like they have 8 men out on the floor defending, and he turned it over.
They have completely let the dogs loose in these last few possessions.
Indiana with the ball, 10-point lead. A minute 55 left to go. The crowd chanting Obi Toppin's name. He's had another superior performance off of the Indiana bench. He's got the ball right side, and he almost turned it over, but McConnell picks it up near the timeline. Driving on Holmgren, the pull-up from right of the lane, in and out. Rebound tapped and a loose ball foul. This time it's going to be Oklahoma City putting Toppin on the line. He is all over the place. He's got 15 points, 7 rebounds, and has scored 8 points here in the third quarter.
So good. Just puts Cason Wallace under the basket, and no one in a blue jersey is going to win that jumping contest there. He forces the foul.
Toppin? No. A bit hard off the back of the rim. Hartenstein is in. Kenrich Williams is out. One more for Toppin. This is the biggest lead of the night for the Pacers. Toppin will shoot one more. Meanwhile, Turner is at the table. He'll check in on the next dead ball. Toppin missed them both. So the Pacers fail to add to their advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander has the ball for Oklahoma City. And he got into the lane with it, but left his shot short off the front of the rim. Long rebound secured by Mathurin. Mathurin gives it to Nembhard, and now McConnell drives it across the lane left to right. Siakam left edge of the arc. 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Siakam trying to escape Wallace, got to the left wing, and rainbowed one up off the back of the rim. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City's Hartenstein. 86-76. The Pacers have a 10-point lead. This, by the way, is their largest lead of the entire series. Right of the lane, it's Gilgeous-Alexander. No, he back-rimmed it. Rebound Siakam, under a minute to go in the third. Siakam to the forecourt. Right edge of the arc against Holmgren. Leisurely left-hand dribble. He backs it up to the timeline. Slight crouch, alternating the left and right hands. 47 seconds left in the quarter. The shot clock at 8. Siakam now ready to attack Holmgren. Drives right at him. Now steps up and fires an off-target shot from the top of the circle. 36 seconds to go. 14 seconds between game and shot clocks. That's a beautiful drive by Jalen Williams as he came soaring in on the right side. He missed the shot, but he drew the foul. Toppin's third, and he goes to the line twice.
I mean, if you're the Thunder, you can't ask for a better situation. They get possession of the ball at about 37 on the clock. He gets an early attack, draws the foul, and they're going to ensure, barring any turnovers or any unforeseen actions here, they're going to get another shot at it to wind this quarter down.
Foul shot good. Williams only a 79% foul shooter during the regular season, and I say only, that's not bad, but it illustrates how well he's shooting the foul shots tonight. He's 10 of 10.
Yeah, he has been very good, and I mean, again, to some degree throughout this game, their best offense has been to get it to Jalen Williams and let him attack an open floor.
One more. First one cut it to 9. Second one slices it to 8. There is time between game and shot clocks, 8 seconds. Pacers have the ball. Siakam moves it left to right. Indiana plays in yellow tonight. Oklahoma City is in blue. Pacers have not trailed very often tonight, and never by more than 6. Siakam down the left side, flipped it up, and earned a trip to the line.
Gives Jalen Williams a little bit of his own medicine there, just attacks him there off the top of the key. Earns a trip to the line.
Both teams have been excellent. The Thunder particularly so. They're at 92%. The Pacers are at 81%. And the Thunder are +5, outscoring the Pacers from the line, 22-17. Siakam has 19 points. He's had a very solid playoff run, as he did a regular season. Almost 21 a game in the playoffs. Foul shot is good. He has made his last 6 in a row from the line. And from the floor in these playoffs, 53% and 44% from three-point range.
And it's what we've grown to expect. He did it throughout the regular season. It was, when you're able to play that consistent, it's just invaluable to your team. A guy you can absolutely count on. And beyond that, he's very reliable. He's a guy who's out there on a consistent basis throughout the season.
He can make it a 10-point game. Nope, off the back of the rim. Oklahoma City will get the last look. Isaiah Joe's in the game for the first time this quarter. 14 seconds to get that last shot. Jalen Williams across the timeline. Mathurin is on him with 9. He's out near the logo with 7. Advancing with the left hand. He got to the top of the circle. He continues to the dotted half and buries the jumper.
Difficult one. Great challenge by Mathurin.
Length of the floor, Toppin, and this one hits the top of the backboard as the third quarter expires with the score. The Indiana Pacers 87, the Oklahoma City Thunder 80. You're listening to the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new
bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Good communications is key to any winning team. When it comes to business communications, your customers and vendors need to communicate with you from a variety of devices. Gibson Teldata provides unified communication solutions to over 3,000 organizations, including the Indiana Pacers, Fever, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Unified communications lets your team communicate using a variety of platforms from a single interface. Visit bgibson.com or call 317-298-2945. Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits.
Anything possible!
The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV continue on ABC.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
Hey, this is Tyrese Halliburton, and you're listening to Pacers Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Good third quarter for the Indiana Pacers, who outscored the Oklahoma City Thunder 27-23. Indiana took a lead as large as 10, had a couple possessions to try to extend it from there. The Thunder withstood those and cut into that deficit to make it a 7-point game here after three, 87-80. Pascal Siakam, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals leading the way for Indiana. Obi Toppin has 15 off the bench. I'm Pat Boylan. Let's go back upstairs. Here are Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill with the fourth quarter of Game 4.
Game was tied at 62, but other than that, the Pacers led the entire third quarter, and they are looking to move up 3-1. Long way to go, 12 minutes. The Pacers were great in the fourth quarter in Game 3. They're 9-1 in close games against elite competition in the playoff. And they were good in the regular season, too, 24-14. They seem to always find a way to get the job done down the stretch.
It's just a completely different story in the playoffs. And, a certain higher level of credit and kudos goes to this team to be able to get that done in this atmosphere, throughout the playoffs. They've been able to get it done, and that's a place that the Thunder are unfamiliar really throughout the season, playing in tight ball games. See how this one plays out here in the last 12 minutes.
They have it to start the fourth. Alex Caruso, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cason Wallace, Kenrich Williams, and Chet Holmgren are on the floor against Andrew Nembhard, T.J. McConnell, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Obi Toppin. They play in the blue tonight with red, white, and yellow numerals, letters, and trim. The Pacers are in the white. The yellow, I should say, with the blue and white complementary colors. First possession, Oklahoma City. Holmgren stumbles at the foul line, feeds it back up top. Caruso has it with a shot clock at 5. Driving left hand, Nesmith all over him. Tough baseline shot. Kudos, Caruso. That was not easy.
Yeah, my goodness, falling out of the bounds there on the baseline. He saves the day with a tough one.
So they score on their first fourth quarter possession. Now the Pacers get their first look. Leading by 5. Nembhard has it on the logo at center court. Out to chase him down is Wallace. Siakam screens. Nembhard to the left sideline against Kenrich Williams. Shot clock to 5. Nesmith catch and shoot. 3-ball right edge off the back of the rim. Kenrich Williams rebounds. They're down 5, bringing it right to left. And it's the driving Gilgeous-Alexander who had the ball punched out of his hands and out of bounds as he came down the left side. They've got 16 to shoot. 11:02 to play in the fourth. They're down by 5.
That's a good deflection there by McConnell. Looks like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was going to have a layup there.
And a pass into the lane. Caruso was open. The ball slipped through his hands, and it leads to a Toppin dunk. He was in the lane. No one around him. The inbound pass went through his hands. McConnell scooped it up and got it to Toppin for a dunk.
Yeah, I promise you, Toppin was a track star in the former life. Just explodes down the floor.
89-82. Here comes the always dangerous Gilgeous-Alexander. This time, though, he misses from the foul line. McConnell brings it the other way. Pacers with the ball and a 7-point lead. Neesmith for three, short right edge. Back tapped by Siakam, and a loose ball foul is called. The Pacers will get it on the side. They've held their own on the glass tonight. Out-rebounded by just two after they had some issues on the offensive glass in the first half. And that, given all of the other things the Pacers do well, if you can stay within 2, 3, 4, 5 rebounds, you're fine.
And it's just work. As they say, it's just work. Siakam did a terrific job there putting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander essentially under the backboard as he attempts to get that rebound. He has no choice but to foul him.
Second foul on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pacers have the ball in a 7-point lead early fourth quarter. McConnell drives it to the left wing, then steers it up top. From there, Nembhard, watched by Caruso, goes back to McConnell. Cross court, near side, catch and shoot. Siakam missed a three ball. Rebound in the far corner, and Holmgren does a nice job getting to it a heartbeat before McConnell. And then as he was falling out of bounds into his own bench, he threw it off of McConnell and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was so good. He's in a dead sprint to chase down that rebound. And heady play there, throws it off McConnell.
7-point Pacer lead, Oklahoma City with the ball. It's Caruso handling. Coming off the screen from Holmgren, drives it to the wing, pick and pop. Holmgren bluffs the three, spins into the lane. He collided with Neesmith, and they're going to call Neesmith for a foul. He appeared to be stationary. He didn't reach in. Doesn't mean he didn't foul, though. Rick Carlisle is asking Josh Tiven, where's the foul? Pacers do have their challenge, should they decide to use it, but I don't think they're going to.
This is a thumbs down.
Yeah.
This is a thumbs down. I mean, Neesmith is in outstanding position. If he just keeps his hands out of there and stands his ground, he's probably going to get the stop.
Holmgren knocks down the foul shot. They continue their robotic work from the foul line. 92%. They've missed just 2 of their 25 foul shots. Holmgren has made all 5 of his, and he's got 1 more. The second one cuts the lead down to 89-84. Pacers have the ball. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. McConnell front court, right baseline, in the lane, across the lane, right to left, and brings it all the way back up top with 9:52 to go. Still bouncing, right edge. Shot clock down to 10. Left side, Nembhard back to McConnell, lobs it into the lane, and he threw it away. Caruso steals the ball. He brings it back for Oklahoma City. They are down by 5. Pacers have had the lead the entire second half with the exception of once when the game was tied at 62. Misfire from three-point range, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound, put back Holmgren. It's a 3-point game. Indiana takes a timeout. 9:28 to play, 89-86 Pacers. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
9 minutes, 28 seconds left, fourth quarter, game 4. The Pacers lead the series 2-1. They lead game 4, 89-86. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Here's Pat Boyle.
It's been a really hot and cold night for the Pacers offensively. Some stretches they've had where they are scoring in abundance, and they've gone through some cold stretches as well. The Pacers had a great first 10 minutes or so of that third quarter, but they got to 86 points at about the 2-minute mark. The Pacers have scored just 3 points and hit 1 field goal in the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. A 10-point lead has been cut down to 3 in that 4:40 mark.
9:28 left. Tyrese Halliburton is going to check back in for Indiana. And out of the timeout, the Pacers play with Halliburton, Neesmith, Siakam, Turner, and Ben Shepherd. Thunder have yet to break huddle. They've outscored the Pacers 6-2 to start the fourth quarter. The Pacers will have the ball, and they'll bring it the length of the floor. They'll come out with Kenrich Williams, Chet Holmgren, Luguentz Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Alex Caruso. Game 5 in this series, Monday night in Oklahoma City. Game 6, if need be, back here next Thursday. And a Game 7, should that come into play, would be 1 week from Monday in Oklahoma. 9:28 to play. The Pacers will play it in. And they'll try to build that lead back up where it was. It was 10 in the third quarter. Oklahoma City's biggest lead was 6. They have not led at all in the second half. Halliburton bouncing it into the forecourt. Turner gives it back to Halliburton. And now Turner takes the return pass and leaves a 3-ball short. Loose ball foul in the lane. That'll be team foul number 2 on Oklahoma City. And the Pacers will play the ball in from the side. The foul on Gilgeous-Alexander is his 3rd.
And this time it's Ben Shepherd. It's multiple guys not conceding any plays out there. They're just going after it until something has been decided. And that time it's Shepherd drawing the foul on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Halliburton gets it in, takes it back from Turner, works his way to the left sideline. Now to the center of the floor. Neesmith from the left sideline drives it to the foul line and leaves the jump shot short. Caruso over Turner, takes down the rebound. He is determined to go the length of the floor, and then at the last second, dropped it off right sideline to Dort. It winds up on the left block. Kenrich Williams up top. Shepherd nearly stole it, but Gilgeous-Alexander drives down the right side, feeds it into traffic. It's knocked away. He picked it back up with 6 to shoot. He's over on the far sideline with 3 to shoot, and he misses from there, but Holmgren doesn't, grabbing the rebound and dunking it. 6 of his 14 in the fourth quarter. They've outscored the Pacers 8-2 to start the fourth, and they're within 1. Siakam brings it ahead, crossing against Kenrich Williams. Now the right hand behind the back in the lane, and he threw it away. Oklahoma City is generating momentum, and they've got a chance to take their first lead of the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander stumbles into the lane, and then as he feeds it to Caruso, a foul is called, team foul number 2. And with 8:13 to go, Oklahoma City is in position to take their first lead of the second half. It's Ben Shepherd's 3rd personal, and it'll be Caruso on the line twice.
The speed in which the momentum has changed in this game is incredible here. It looked like the Pacers were on the verge of trying to really blow this thing open, and the Thunder immediately tightens the screws defensively. The offensive rebounding once again is starting to become a problem. Chet Holmgren, who you had under control for the most part throughout this game, now all of a sudden with 14 and 12.
They continue their outstanding night from the line. Caruso hits. They've missed just 2 of their 27 foul shots. They've outscored the Pacers 9-2 to start the fourth. The game is tied at 89. Nembhard is back on. Pacers playing with their original starting 5, and Caruso missed the second. Rebound snagged by Nembhard. Game tied at 89. It was also tied at 62. Other than that, the Pacers have had the lead the entire second half. Halliburton in the right corner against the always persistent Dort. He got the ball to Turner up top. Turner faked the shot, gave it back to Halliburton. 6 seconds to shoot. Halliburton driving, he's in the lane, and he flipped it off the high glass for 2.
And why not? He turned down a baseline pull-up. That time he's able to get to the rim for 2.
Indiana by 2, 7:40 left in the fourth. Jalen Williams has it off a Holmgren screen down the left side and into the corner. Dort goes back outside. Holmgren straddles the arc, bounces once, flips it to the foul line. Gilgeous-Alexander confronted by Siakam, and he got the shot off, but I think the whistle occurred first. And if so, that would be Siakam's second.
Yeah, no, that's going to be 3. And just, again, some of these fouls are just, Pacers are in outstanding position. Thunder with nowhere to go with the ball, and they commit a foul.
Holmgren is out, Hartenstein in for Oklahoma City. Toppin returns for the Pacers, replacing Siakam. 14 to shoot, 7:28 to play. Indiana by 2, Oklahoma City has the ball. Jalen Williams on top, moving to the foul line. He's in the lane, left-hand scoop, that is beautiful. 25 points for Jalen Williams, game tied at 91. Pacers counter left to right in yellow, 7:14 to play. Nembhard got to the dotted half and flipped up a wild shot. It did not go, and there was a battle for the rebound and a loose ball foul against Oklahoma City, or was it a kickball violation? There was a foul on Gilgeous-Alexander, his fourth and their third.
Well, here we are again. We've seen this, star players and very key players for the opposing team putting themselves in foul trouble. Question is, do the Pacers look to exploit that?
Oklahoma City is going to reinsert Wallace, and Gilgeous-Alexander will take those 4 fouls to the sideline. Game tied at 91, 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Shot clock is at 14. Nembhard with the inbound, and he will get it out near the timeline. Halliburton has it, played as usual by Dort. Now on top, Toppin. Shot clock at 8. Nembhard moves the ball inside the arc, confronted by Hartenstein. He takes it to the foul line and knocks down the jumper over the larger Hartenstein.
Yeah, big time move. Just attacks. We got the mismatch, create the space for the step back.
93 to 91 Pacers, inside of 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Jalen Williams dancing to his right, feeds the sideline. Wallace got into the lane, fed it down low, knocked away from Hartenstein, stolen by Neesmith. They turn it over for the 14th time. Pacers have the ball at a 2-point lead. 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter of game 4. On the logo, Nembhard. Perimeter right, Toppin. Hand off Halliburton, 10 to shoot. Halliburton fires to the far corner. Neesmith drives from there, and he's fouled on the way to the hoop. He hit the shot, but the foul occurred first. And that's their 4th team foul with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left to play. The Pacers play the ball in from the side. Wallace is charged with his 3rd. The rest, with 6:22 to go for Gilgeous-Alexander, lasted very, very briefly. He's back in, and Caruso is out.
Yeah, Mark Dagnall tried to steal a couple of minutes, but recognizing the importance of having the MVP on the floor.
They're down by 2. Pacers having trouble getting it in, and Nembhard does so. A leaping Turner secures it on the near sideline. They are all over everything defensively with 8 to shoot. Turner screens, Nembhard drives down the left side, got to the hoop, flipped it up and off. Rebound, weak side, Turner, and there's a loose ball foul. Oklahoma City is in the penalty with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to play.
Wow, that's 3 plays now where they've been able to draw fouls in the second half on rebounds. It's the only thing to save that possession, because once again, that swarming defense was a major problem.
Turner with 10 points, 4 of 4 from the line. Pacers made 11 of 13 in the first half, and then just 7 of 10 from the line in the third quarter. 2 coming here. First from Turner is clean. We'll take 10 seconds. Network station identification. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Chet Holmgren, who has 14 points and 12 rebounds, is back in, and Wallace is out. Turner set to shoot his second foul shot. Indiana leading by 3 with just over 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Pacers are going to have to keep an eye on Chet Holmgren. He has really made an impact in this second half, especially from an offensive rebounding perspective.
Turner got a friendly bounce off of that rim. It hit the back, the front, bounced around and stayed down. He made both foul shots. It's 95-91, and then on the inbound, a foul called against Turner. That's his 4th.
90 feet away from the basket. again, I appreciate being the 5-man and you're up, showing that effort, denying, but these fouls against this team, one foul now away from the penalty, they don't miss free throws when they get there.
Pacers are shooting the penalty, and the Thunder will be too on the next foul. And now the officials are discussing something. Scott Foster is ready to resume play. He gives it to Jalen Devon Williams over on the far sideline in backcourt. Full shot clock, 6:09 to go. Indiana leading by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander will bring it ahead for Oklahoma City. On the logo at center court, crossing against Nembhard. Working cautiously and now aggressively, driving left hand. He got into the lane. He handed it to Hartenstein, who was stripped, but he picked it up and laid it in. That's his first field goal. The lead down to 2. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Nembhard, left hash mark, advancing toward the sideline, driving on Hartenstein, bouncing near corner, up top Halliburton, and now Turner. Right back to Halliburton with a shot clock at 9. Turner screens, Halliburton drives, flipping it up with a right hand too hard, coming in left side. Hartenstein there to rebound. Oklahoma City now +6 on the glass. They're down by 2 with 5:25 left in the fourth quarter. Up top, left hand, here comes the determined Williams at the goal. Turner waiting for him, but he was able to weave it off the glass anyway and tie the game. He's got 27 points. At the other end, Neesmith centers it. Halliburton has it on the logo. Turner screens, Halliburton drives down the right side, flipping it home.
That's a great finish there. He attacks off the ball screen there. Dort has almost eliminated Halliburton from this game in the second half.
2-point Pacer lead. We're inside of 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Williams has 27 points. He's got the ball, driving on Neesmith. Pulls up, tough shot, short, front rim. Rebound knocked out to the edge of the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander grabs it, drives in, and scores off the left-hand glass with a right hand. 97 aside, 4.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Nembhard slows tempo, walking it up. Bouncing right side, edge of the arc, Turner, hands to Halliburton. Halliburton against Holmgren. Bouncing with the left and now the right, driving. He got to the hoop and he's on the line twice.
Love it. Go in, draw some contact. You got a big out there on the perimeter, on the island. No way should he be able to keep in front of you. He draws the foul there.
That's Holmgren's third. And it puts Halliburton on the line. He's been there once and he made that. He's got 14 points.
Are these his first free throws of the series this game?
Yes. No. Did he have any in game 3? He didn't have any through the first 2 games, Pat. Do you recall?
These are his first free throws came earlier in this game of the finals, correct?
Okay, so game 4 before he attempts one free throw.
Those doggone officials. They don't like the small market squad. Oh, wait, they're a small market team also. Sorry.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a wild stat there.
That is really rather surprising. He makes the first. He's 2 of 2 in this game, and thus 2 of 2 in the series, as Pat pointed out. And now as he gets set to take the second one, the whistle blows. One of the officials, Scott Foster, the crew chief, is over at the scores table for some reason.
He's not happy with them either.
A clock issue?
It looks like he's happy now. Although, I don't know if you ever seen Scott Foster crack a smile?
Well, one night we were out. No, I've never seen him crack a smile. Halliburton made both. Pacers have made all 4 of their foul shots here in the critical fourth quarter. They lead by 2 with just over 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter of game 4. Gilgeous-Alexander split defenders, but he fell down. Pacers steal the ball. Neesmith to the front court, gives to Halliburton. Indiana by 2 with under 4 minutes to play. Halliburton has it, played by Gilgeous-Alexander. Way out on the left edge, he's going to try a 3, and Gilgeous-Alexander blocked it, but it's picked up by Neesmith, and he was fouled by Dort as he tried to get to the goal. He'll go to the line.
It is the small plays that mount into huge ones. Again, now that's 4 fouls drawn by the Pacers just going after a rebound. Neesmith had no opportunity really to get that ball. He just works his tail off and draws another foul.
He's had a poor night shooting the ball, 2 of 9, but he's his usual determined self, defending aggressively. He's got 9 rebounds. he can make it a 4-point game here with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter, and he makes it a 3-point game with the first foul shot.
That is a huge play there by Neesmith. We'll get a timeout here, and he'll come back and attempt that second free throw. But what a play here as the clock starts to wind down here.
3:52 remaining. Indiana trying to get up 3-1, leading by 3 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by PACERS Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar. Make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
In downtown Indianapolis, the Pacers lead by 3. 3:52 to play, fourth quarter. If they can get to the finish line, they'll have a 3-1 lead and a chance to win their first ever NBA championship Monday night in Oklahoma City. Aaron Neesmith made a foul shot. He's got one more coming. Let's hear what Pat has to say.
We are officially in a clutch game, a quote that we referenced on Wednesday. Rick Carlisle, quote, late game situations are, quote, it's a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it's going to get. It's a muscle the Thunder flex fewer times than any team in the NBA during the regular season because they blew their opponents out so much. Now, in those opportunities, they were good. 16-8 in the regular season. They're 5-4 in the playoffs. The Pacers went 24-14 during the regular season. They're 9-1 in the playoffs. So 47 clutch games for Indiana, 33 for Oklahoma City. We've had 2 in this series so far. The Pacers have won both of them as they look to go to 3-0 in close/clutch games here tonight in Game 4.
And more importantly, to 3-1 in this best-of-7 series. Neesmith has one more foul shot. Pacers have made all 5 of their fourth quarter foul shots. Out of the timeout, Oklahoma City with Dort, Caruso, Jalen Williams, Holmgren, and Gilgeous-Alexander. The Pacers have Halliburton, Siakam, Neesmith, Toppin, and Nembhard.
The question becomes for the Thunder, do you go to your MVP in this situation, or, you know, ride somewhat of the hot hand in Jalen Williams, who's really had his way to some degree, either scoring or he's been able to get to the line where he's 11 for 11.
Those two have combined for over half of their points, 49 of their 97. Neesmith made them both. And the Pacers have a 4-point lead with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams brings it up. Neesmith defends. Neesmith confronts him on the logo at center. Gilgeous-Alexander up to screen. Williams drives to his right. Nembhard switches out. Top of the circle, Gilgeous-Alexander against Neesmith. 7 to shoot, and he drew the foul as Neesmith reached in and got caught with the hands going to the line, shooting 2, Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's just the craftiness again. And No one's going to like it if you're a Pacers fan for sure. However, Benitez has his hands sitting in there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander recognizes and just rises up for the shot to draw the foul.
That's only his third foul shot of the night. He's made them all. It's a three-point game with one more coming. 101-98. He's got 23 points.
And they elected to put the two-man game together with their best offensive players, Williams and Gilgeous-Alexander, and matched up against Neesmith and Nembhard.
2-point game. Indiana leads. They've got the ball left to right in yellow. 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton on the logo at center. Driving right hand. He's in the lane. He's at the goal, and he scooped it in.
He decided he's just going to go to the basket, and it is a great decision. He finishes again.
He has scored 8 of his 18 here in the fourth. Pacers regain that 4-point advantage. Williams left of center against Nembhard, bouncing right edge to Gilgeous-Alexander, played by Neesmith. 7 to shoot. Back up top. Williams fakes the three, drives and kicks. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the three and hits it from the right edge. He's got 27 points. Indiana by 1 with under 3 minutes to play. Across the timeline comes Nembhard. He's on the logo with a left hand. Caruso challenging him. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. Neesmith up to screen. Nembhard drives to his right. 10 to shoot. He's in the lane, and he flipped it off the glass too hard. Rebound. Oklahoma City can take their first lead of the second half. 2.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander has it against Neesmith. Driving left hand, fading to the baseline. That is a difficult shot. Wow.
The ease in which he's doing it, he is just, he's being hounded by Neesmith and Nembhard, but he is just moving at a pace of his own and so smooth with the pull-up. This is going to force a timeout here by the Pacers.
They've got their first lead of the second half. 2 minutes and 21 seconds to play. Both teams shoot the penalty the rest of the way. Oklahoma City has 2 timeouts remaining. Indiana has 1. The Thunder are on a mini run of 7-3, and that's given them a 1-point lead. Let's talk about our Indiana Soybean Alliance. Versatile player of the game off of the bench. I would assume we're unanimous on this topic.
No question about it.
Pat?
Completely agree.
All right. Indiana Soybean Alliance wants to remind fans that soybeans are the versatile crop of Indiana, providing Hoosiers with food, fuel, and fiber every day. 1-point Oklahoma City lead. They have gone almost exclusively to Williams and Gilgeous-Alexander on these last several possessions.
There's no question about it. They put them in this two-man game where one of them is handling the basketball, the other gets the ball screen, and each time Neesmith and Nembhard are switching. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I referenced who would they go to, and it's been Gilgeous-Alexander who has erupted here in these last few moments of this quarter. Now giving the Thunder a 1-point advantage.
Out of the timeout, Turner has returned, and the Pacers have chosen to go with their starting 5. They've got the ball. They'll go the length of the floor looking to regain the lead. They led by 10, their largest lead of the series back in the third quarter, but Oklahoma City now on top for the first time in the second half. Halliburton has it, right edge of the arc, center of the floor. Siakam works his way to the left edge. Neesmith, perimeter right to Turner. On top, the ball is loose. He tried to get it to Halliburton, but Dort stole it and took it into the lane where Turner put him on the ground. Free throws are coming. Boy, the crowd has become very pensive and silent.
Well, again, they get to this action where essentially it's just dribble handoffs going sideways. And as you do that, the Thunder just squeeze you a little bit more.
This is Dort's first free throw attempt since February 12th. That's 4 months.
That's a long time ago.
And he missed.
Fish out of water right now. I have no idea what to do there.
How can you be a starter playing starters minutes and go 4 months without getting a foul shot?
That is a great question. But when you watch their games, he is shooting threes and hounding people on the other end. But I'm with you.
Don't misunderstand. I want him on my team.
No,
sure.
Totally. Yeah.
He made 1 of 2, and it's a 2-point game. Oklahoma City leads. 1:55 to go. On top, Neesmith back to Halliburton. He's played by Gilgeous-Alexander. Working near the timeline. Turner up to screen. Halliburton driving. 7 to shoot. He'll let the 3 ball go, and it's an air ball. Out of bounds.
These last few possessions, less than ideal if you're the Pacers.
And now Caruso almost threw it away, but he got it in safely. Jalen Williams has it. They can take a 2-possession lead with 97 seconds to play. Out near the timeline, Jalen Williams driving, pulls up, jump shot, left edge of the circle, rebounded by Halliburton. Indiana down 2, 86 seconds remaining. Halliburton, perimeter right, Turner fakes the 3, gives it to Nembhard. Nembhard almost crashed into his own man, Turner. Boy, this looks like Keystone Cops. Here's Nembhard on top against Holmgren, pulls up, left edge, negative, rebound, Oklahoma City. These last few possessions have been disastrous.
But Siakam doesn't touch the ball. I just don't understand it.
1 minute left. Oklahoma City looking for a 2-possession lead. Holding the ball on the logo at center, Jalen Williams. Off the Gilgeous-Alexander screen. Nembhard has him. 5 seconds to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander drives, pulls up, leans in from the foul line, and he's fouled. He goes to the line twice.
Yeah, and Neesmith is also done.
44 seconds left. They lead by 2. The Pacers do have a challenge.
No, it's a foul. I mean, he fouls him. You can't. He hit him right on the wrist.
Mathurin will check in. And so he will replace Neesmith. Boy, as well as the Pacers have played in close games, they have totally collapsed here in the fourth quarter. They haven't scored in over 2 minutes, and they haven't gotten any good shots either.
And most of it is just dribbling the basketball from side to side, and you just can't do that against this team. It's where they thrive. And again, there's no attempt to put Siakam in the post or in a position where he has an advantage.
Gilgeous-Alexander makes the foul shots. It's a 4-point game with 41 seconds left. The Pacers in desperate need of a score. Halliburton, perimeter right, driving to the wing, switches to the left hand, retreats, working against Holmgren, now attacking, kick out, Turner bluffs the 3, bounces once, misses the 3, it barely hit the rim, 24 seconds to play, and a loose ball foul has been called as the ball squirts out of bounds over here on the near side with 23 and 8/10 seconds to go, and that loose ball foul is on Holmgren. So the Pacers really catch a break here because they are really in desperate need of something. The shot clock, by the way, is off. So even if they cut it down to 2, they'll need to force a turnover or foul.
For what it's worth, I'll say it again, that whole possession, you got Siakam spotted up in the corner just, and again, to no fault of his own, that's just the designed, I don't know if you want to call it a play because you're not necessarily running the play, but he's standing in the corner.
Mathurin misses the foul shot. Boy, for a team that has played so well in these tight game situations, it's really astonishing how poorly they played over the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, just come up blank here in the last few minutes with, I mean, really, I think the last quality of the look they got was with Halliburton going to the basket. He was able to make a layup after that. Just shooting blanks.
He missed them both. And Holmgren rebounds. They foul, and now the Thunder can push it to 6. It's 107-103. Oklahoma City will take a timeout with 23 and 4/10 seconds to play. Going back to the 3:52 mark, the Pacers.
The ball right there to Dort. He go score.
And now they call another timeout. They can't get it in, so they'll be out of timeouts.
Oh,
a dead ball foul.
And that's away from the play.
Oh, my goodness. The Pacers have made almost literally every single mistake you can make over the last 3 minutes.
Well, it's the fouls that have been committed. I mean, again, you give Jalen Williams and SGA all the credit in the world for the plays that they've made offensively, but some of these fouls that have been committed by the Pacers are just not good.
Gilgeous-Alexander has made all 5 of his foul shots here in the fourth quarter. He has scored 12 of his 32 in this quarter.
Watch Dort right now curling to the basket, and if I'm Caruso, Yes, they jockey for position here in this lineup here. But watch Dort as he curls out of here. He's open right now. It's just a matter of if Caruso wants to give it to him or not.
And he will give it to nobody. It's deflected. It's stolen. Matherin takes it to the goal, and he is buried. And the man who commits the foul is worse off than Matherin is. High into the air, Jalen Williams. He fouled Matherin and then landed flat on his back. Got up quickly, though.
I was going to say, he got up like nothing happened.
Yeah.
That was a nasty fall.
Matherin just missed 2 foul shots. He'll shoot 2 here. He can get it down to a 1-possession game with 19 and 8/10 seconds to play. He had made his first 4 foul shots in this game before missing 2. And now he misses a 3rd in a row.
And he has been so good from the line throughout the season and very good in these playoffs.
.108-103, 19 and 8/10 seconds to play. One more. And he got that one. So they have to force a turnover or foul with only 19 and 8/10 seconds to go. And not only is there a foul, it's an away from the play dead ball foul. This has been startling, the way this team that's been so good in these situations has just completely collapsed.
Yeah, it's just the lack of discipline here. And these, you can't recover for some of these mistakes, especially as they continue to mount. There's been a number of them. So they're going to be able to put points on the board and retain possession of the ball.
Williams and Gilgeous-Alexander have combined to go 19 of 19 from the foul line as Gilgeous-Alexander hit that one. A 5-point game with 19 and 8/10 seconds to play. The Pacers have scored 1 point in 2.5 minutes. Ball is in, tapped away by Siakam, but it's out of bounds. That Halliburton layup that Eddie referenced earlier gave the Pacers a 103-99 lead with 3:20 to go. They've been outscored 10-1 since then. And really have had very few good offensive possessions.
Yeah, I would say just even a clean look, not even just a made basket. They're just having very few opportunities to get a decent look at it.
Pacers try to force a turnover. They can't. The clock continues to tick, and finally, with 7 1/10 to go, Nembhard commits the foul.
And keeping, this just shows you the importance of staying locked in on the details. To reference some of the mistakes that were made, but you had SGA under control for, in large part, most of this game. He potentially will finish with 35.
He's got 34 as he hits the first, or to break it down, 14 of his 34 in this quarter.
Right.
They've dominated on the board in the fourth quarter. The Pacers from the floor in this quarter are 5 of 17. 111-104. He made the foul shots. It's now just a matter of the final score. Halliburton missed a 3 from midcourt. And the Pacers, with a chance to go up 3-1 and leading 103-99, are outscored 12-1 down the stretch. The series is square at a game apiece. Complete postgame coverage coming. Final score in Game 4 is the Oklahoma City Thunder 111, the Indiana Pacers 104. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy.